2, 1.
Last year, go-to-market engineers across the globe were given 20 minutes to turn any go-to-market idea into reality. 32 countries competed in front of a live audience for the very first Clay Cup. Barcelona, London, New York, Delhi, Karachi, Manila, Buenos Aires, Amsterdam, Lisbon. This year, the competition is even bigger. Instead of walking away with $10,000, this year's winner will take home $50,000.
50K?
50,000?
Say, well, how did it feel last year to watch this?
It was actually insane.
I think some of the things that they were doing would take me like a week or weeks even.
More applicants, bigger crowds, 6 rounds, 1 grand prize, and the title of the best go-to-market engineer of 2026. Are you ready?
Today we are in our quarterfinals. 8 people left. My name is Munawar and I'm from the community team.
And my name is Owen. I'm joining you from the studio team, and we really have something truly special for you today. We have our quarterfinals happening, which this competition has started from all over the world. We have competitors joining us from all over the world. But before we get into this, Munawar, how are you doing today, man? Happy Friday.
My friend, I am doing so well. We put a lot of work into this. Usually we are sitting next to each other, whether it be New York or Berlin or in San Francisco. We present this together. Today, we are virtual, we are live, and I have to call out your studio setup is significantly better than my home setup. But at some point, my cat may jump up into this cat tree, and then that's like the best kind of setup you can hope for. I have 2 questions for you, Owen. 1,
okay.
How are you doing? And 2, what the hell is Clay Cup?
Oh, fantastic questions. Well, first, I'm doing fantastic. Living the dream here in New York City. Second, great question. Clay Cup, what is it? It's a competition. They use clay to solve real business problems, and they are doing that in a timed environment. So they're given 25 minutes to solve these real business problems, and they're scored on how well they execute those problems. But today's in the quarterfinals. We have we have competitors coming in from all over the world. We have 8 people today, but this started with 200 plus who applied to this competition. And this is all going to culminate in our finals where we give away $50,000. But today, again, quarterfinals. Who is up first today, Manawar?
So today we have 4 brackets. The first bracket is the Asia bracket. We have Avik and Napat. They are waiting backstage somewhere in the world behind their laptops, waiting to perform for you. We will hear from them in just a moment. But before we do that, Owen, what does today look like? What are they doing for our audience?
Such a good question. Today's a little bit different. We said that Clay Cup's a competition. They have to solve business problems. Here are those business problems. Our competitors were hired to work at a company, and this company has given them 5 tasks. The first one, they're given around 2,000 companies and accounts that they are going to have to clean and fill in gaps and fill in missing data using a clay table. What is up next?
So, as Owen mentioned, they are working for a company. And a company has an ICP. Just because you have a great product doesn't mean you're going to be able to sell it to everyone. You sell it to your ICP, your ideal candidate profile, and they need to find that based on criteria that we have given them. After that, they enrich that data, and then the fun happens.
Oh, so much fun because they have to score these accounts. They've cleaned the data. They found the ICP fit accounts. Now they have to prioritize 10 accounts from those ICP fit accounts. And they have to use one custom signal to tell us, hey, now is a good time to reach out to them. But what's even more fun after that?
So these are, when we're selling products, we're not selling to buildings, Owen. We are selling to people. They have to find the people to sell to. Just because they work in the company doesn't mean they are the right buyer. So they have to find that buyer, reason why that's the right buyer. And then from there, they get to do something really special.
Right. We're selling to people, not buildings. And we also want to communicate our value prop clearly to these people. We're not sending smoke signals to prospects. We're sending emails. So our competitor is going to have to generate subject lines and body emails for these 3 final prospects. But so that's how today looks a little bit different. But how do they get points today?
What a great unscripted question. I am shocked. Give me a second to compose myself. Here I am.
my
I
God.
am composed. They have 5 tasks. Each of these tasks gets rewarded at 200 points. And it's not just the 2 people who will be under the spotlight today, your contestants. They are also being joined by 2 judges who are working in the background. We are honored to be joined by Jeremy, who is host of Clay Cup Paris, and Layla, who is host of Clay Club Seattle. And they are going to be judging these people harshly, may I add. This is the quarterfinals. This isn't the round of 32. Guys, this is hard stuff. The first 2 tasks, they're cleaning that data. Like we said, they have to test for accuracy and the coverage of that data. That's fine. That's easy to judge. I could do it. I won't, but I could. The next bit, tasks 3, 4, and 5, this is where the nuance comes in, the subjectivity. And this is where our judges, their expertise comes in.
Yes.
They need to be able to tell, like, are these the best prompts that they're writing? Are these the best people that they're finding?
Oh, I couldn't have said it better myself. Also, 5 tasks. If they don't complete one, they get 0 points for that task that's uncompleted. And let's say there's a tiebreaker. Whoever submitted the answer first will beat that tiebreaker and they will win. Plus 50 bonus points to whoever submits the first stage, whoever submits it first. So that's how our competitors will be getting points today. What are some of the rules? Well, they're very similar to last round. The rules are our competitors will have to build and stay in clay, and they're not allowed to use Sculptor. We're testing our competitors' ability to build tables, not our AI agent, which has gotten a lot better, by the way. But what are some other things that our competitors will have to keep in mind?
Oh, they have to they have to make sure that their cameras are shared all the time, and also their screens. They're being watched like hawks by many people in the Clay office in New York. We are now a massive corporation. We have hundreds of people. So we're not watching you, because we don't trust you. We are watching you because, for fairness, I want to be watched. I am being watched. Here I am. No external AI tools or terminals. This is a fully Clay native build. And again, once you hit submit, that's it. No regrets.
Locked in. Those are the rules our competitors are going to have to face. And if you haven't already, check out Clay. Our product's gotten so much better. If you sign up, you get free 2,000 free points on the trial. And
join the Slack community. Once you are learning in Clay, like this is a place of 30,000 people getting together, discussing the best builds and making their lives better. So join us. We chat on there all the time.
yes.
With all of that being said, we are about to meet our contestants, but before we do, let's see how they got to this spot in the first place.
ClickUp has just entered its 3rd round of the year, and it's a long way from where this started. The 128 people who entered were narrowed down to 17 competitors, all of them competing for a grand prize of $50,000. Only 8 of those 17 made it out in round 3, and the Asia bracket was the first one up, with Napat from Bangkok, Sahil from Mumbai, Ranki from the Philippines, and Avik from Kathmandu, all given the same 20 minutes to build an entire recruiting event inside Clay, which meant finding a venue people would actually show up to, a company that was genuinely hiring, the candidates worth inviting, and then writing the outbound that pulled all of it together. Sahil got on the board first, and one question in, he was the only one scoring, which was enough to hold first place for the opening 5 minutes. Napat was the opposite, because 3 minutes had gone and he was still on 0, sitting in 4th, down in the elimination zone. Then Avik found his rhythm, and he took first at the 6-minute mark, and he kept going. So by the time the first 10-minute cut came around, he was on the top of the leaderboard with 500 points. At this time, Napat and Sahil still tied at 300 behind him. Ranki was the one who got eliminated first because she never climbed out of the zone, and went on to 200 points, which left 3 competitors, and Avik pulled away from them both to 800 points, more than double the 2 behind him. Sahil was the one in trouble now, stuck on 300 in last place, until he got the question about coffee shops with reviews mentioning the staff, and that one answer took him to 500 and lifted him into 2nd place, which dropped Napat into last and into the elimination zone. Avik kept climbing to 1200 and then 13, and by now he had been in first for 12 straight minutes, and then he stopped because he hit one question he could not crack. That was the opening, and Napat took it because he closed to 1,000. Still 300 back with 2.5 minutes left, and he needed one big answer to take the bracket, and he got it. 400 points in a single submission, which put him straight past Avik into first with 2 minutes on the clock. Napat finished with 1,400 on the scoreboard, Avik with 1,300, and Sahil with 1,000 points. So 100 points in, and the guy who spent the first 3 minutes on zero won the bracket. So Napat finished first, and Avik took the second seat through to the quarterfinals. Sahil and Ranky went home. Napat and Avik made it into the quarterfinals, so watch them battle it out live on August 21st at claycup.com.
And we are back. What an incredible last round that was, and a huge shout out to Owen for providing that like voiceover for the highlights. I really enjoyed it. I thought that was sick. And we are here live with our friends, contestants. One of them will be going home at the end of this. One of them will be going on. It's kind of emotional. We have Avik and Napat here.
Yes. Hello. Let's give a warm welcome to our competitors today. Avik, first question for you, man. Welcome. How are you feeling today? And we've heard a lot about your fan base. Who will be cheering for you today?
Hey, thank you. And yeah, we have like 30 plus people so up to the watch party today, and they're watching me live. So yeah, man, really excited for this. So let's put up a show, I guess.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Wonderful. And Avik, I just want you to stand up ever so slightly and show the jersey that you're wearing. We go all out in Clay Cup. Look at the merch that we are showing here. In the Clay office, this is a bit of lore. Owen was wearing this shirt a couple days ago, and so many people have messaged us saying, yo, how can we get our hands on this merch? People in the office in New York, stay tuned. I'm chatting to Bruno about this. And then we move on to Napat. Napat, welcome. You heard that Avik has a fan club. How did everyone respond when you told them that you got through to the quarterfinals and are one step closer to winning $50,000?
Actually, I haven't told anybody about like I'm competing for the Clay Cup. Like even my family or my close friend, only like my colleagues know that I'm competing for the Clay Cup.
Wow. Are you doing that because you're like, is this a nerves thing? Like you don't want to feel the pressure from other people?
Yes.
Well, and you wouldn't want paparazzi chasing you around. You're already popular enough, man. I totally get it. I totally get it. We're excited to get into this today. Avik, Napat, welcome. I think we do this. We already kind of went over what this round is going to look like. So on our side, let's prepare to give our contestants these workbooks. And what we're going to do just in a second is we're going to ask our competitors to put their hands up. Not yet, but in a second. And while they do that, our team will send them their workbooks. And then we would do the final countdown. Any other final notes before we jump into this, Manowar?
No, that's it. I just want everyone in the chat to blow up for Avik and Napat.
Yes.
For Jeremy and Layla, we are so excited. And we are about ready to get underway.
Okay. Amazing. Let's get into it. Competitors, please put your hands up. And our team will be sending you those workbooks. And can you give us a thumbs up once you see those workbooks sent to you so we can begin our countdown?
Okay. Is that a thumbs up from you, Avik? Did you see him?
Let's see. One
See,
second. Okay, Avik has a thumbs up. Napat, are you able to get into that workbook as well? Woo. The pressure is intense. All right, amazing. Our competitors are going to go.
Okay. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
1.
Let's go! Oh my gosh!
All right.
Wow.
Okay. Cool.
The quarterfinals
right, so
have just begun.
This is the first time that we are showing kind of an end-to-end workflow. This is like from CRM to sequencer. So this is kind of a typical workflow that we see daily from our Clay users, but usually this takes people about a few weeks, a few months to do their research, to get their stuff done. And these people can do it in 25 minutes. How does that make you feel, Owen?
Oh my gosh, it makes me feel honored to work at a company that allows people to do this. And it makes me feel impressed because these guys work through Clay tables so quickly. Seriously, people are like, I don't know how they're flying through these. With all of these CLI and terminals going on, you just kind of ask GPT what you want it to do. These guys are doing it the old fashioned. They're doing it manually because they know the product so well. And it's really impressive to see them work through it. But yeah, as you mentioned, it's a full end-to-end workflow. So these guys could just press launch campaign at the very end and be sending out an entire outbound email, which is quite impressive to be able to do in 25 minutes. But a question for you, Manowar. So as our competitors are getting into this, actually, yeah, for context, so they are given Notion briefs that contain the task they have to do, such as what does it mean to clean this data for this account? And so our competitors are doing that now, and we will be notified on the leaderboard, as you can see, when that happens. There's 5 stages. Stage 1 is marked. That means that the competitor is done with that stage. But question for you, Manowar, how are you feeling today, and what are you excited to see in this round?
I'm super excited. A lot of people don't know this, but like me and Owen, we work with so many people at Clay to make this happen. But we are out here with Sia designing the briefs and making a SaaS tool a game. We have Daniel and Zach in California who have made this dashboard up top. And as you can see, the dashboard just above me has the 5 stages laid out. Once they hit submit, it goes into a judging stage, and the points show up a little bit afterwards, after Jeremy and Layla will show us. I don't think, actually, Owen, that anyone's going to be able to complete the task all the way through to the end and submit to Sequencer. 25 minutes is a lot of time, but it's not enough time to do this. I would be incredibly surprised.
I would be very surprised if someone made it all the way as well. Yeah, there's a lot to do here. And you could also, that's my favorite part about this round, is that it's a lot more comprehensive. Previous rounds were more of like, okay, answer this question and get it right. Whereas this one is a lot more strategic. How am I cleaning this data? Am I doing it in a credit efficient way? Those are some of the things I think our competitors will be thinking about today as well. So
yeah, especially since we have judges, and Avik and Napat, they both have their data from the CRM imported into Clay. And if we just quickly take a look at Avik's screen here, he's trying to fill in what looks like, he's already going, I think, for the company domains.
Yes.
Company descriptions. Okay. And so the company description is super important here to be able to know like what this company does, to see if they do fit your ICP. And then from here, we had a lot of missing ones, and he's created a merge column here. In order to save time and save credits as well.
And super quick, merge columns are the most underrated feature in Clay forever. You can use formulas and stack formulas on top of each other. You can merge data together. Seriously, one of my personal favorite columns, because you can do so much with them. Such an underrated feature. If you haven't tried it already, try it out. But yes, on Avik's screen, we can see now he's focusing on making sure that this country and city location are normalized and standardized. So the 4 data points that we're asking them to clean are get all of these company domains, get their descriptions, get the country that they're based in, and make sure all of that looks very clean and is filled in to the best of their ability.
Yeah, so you will see that the domain is super important actually here, because like if you do not have a company domain, this is an input that was required for so many more enrichments. There's over 200 enrichments in Clay, and a lot of them use company domain as an input. You need a great input to get a fantastic output. And so that's one of the things that they're trying to clear up. You all work with that person who gives you a spreadsheet or a Salesforce record or a HubSpot record where there's tons of data missing. We all hate that person. It's fine. You don't have to name them. I won't either. But with Clay, you're able to clean up that data instantly. And I think this will take them less than 5 minutes. I'd be surprised if anyone takes more than 5 minutes to do this.
I'm with you. This first round first stage is really just quick and easy, cleaning it, making sure it's good to go. But we should add some context to what the company they were hired at. So let's take a look at my screen, and I'm actually going to look through the brief that they were given for this first task. So we can see here is the task they were given. This is the first link that they clicked on. Also, the entire system runs on Clay, which is kind of insane. But second of all, here's what they're actually doing right now. They were given context. They work at a company called LifeCore. They're on the growth team, and LifeCore is a software that gives them access to a bunch of gyms, studios, pools, wellness centers, and more, all in one membership. There's a few companies like this that probably come to mind, but they have these 5 tasks. And this first one is cleaning data. So they care about finding that domain, finding the company description, and finding where that country is headquartered, or where the company is headquartered. Judges will also be evaluating, again, accuracy. Is this information correct? And did they fill this into the best of their abilities? They can get up to 50 points based on how well they achieved those two things. While we were putting this together, were there any fun notes anything that comes to mind as I'm rereading this live, Manowar, that you want to add here?
Hell yeah. This was like one of my favorite ones because there's an app like this in Berlin, where when I was deciding, me and my wife, we did long distance between London and Berlin for ages, and we created pros and cons. My second pro, the second highest thing on my list was this app. It allowed me to do sports for really cheap. I'm not going to name what the app is. If you're in Berlin, you know what it is, but they're not paying me. So like, you know, it's just like this is. I'm very passionate about these kinds of apps. Get people moving.
We got to get you an affiliate link for them, man. I've heard so many great things about this as well. I'm jealous. New York City doesn't offer these kind of perks as easily or as at such a great price. Not yet. You're right. Oh, okay, amazing. We have our first submission. So Avik he just finished cleaning that data and he submitted that. And you can see on his screen, he's looking at that second task. So our judges are going to be going in and looking at that first view of all the clean data and getting us a score as soon as they can. But he did get those 50 bonus points. So he is in the lead right now.
So that is like one of the things where I'm like, okay, do you go for raw speed and get 50 points per round for submitting early? Or do you make sure that you've got everything right so the judges don't mark you down? I'm hoping that Avik has both in this, but like 50 points head start. The judges are currently looking. You can't see them. I can see them. The judges are both doing this. They're both like touching their like chins, being like, they're being scrutinizing, which is pretty sick.
Yes, it is good. It's good. It's quarterfinals. We have a high bar for what makes great in clay. I mean, come on, $50,000 on the line. This is insane. And
a quick reminder to the audience, Owen. What is the second task that Avik is now moving on? So remember, he's cleaned the data and he's submitted it. What does he have to do next?
Our second task, after he has a bunch of data that he can actually look at, it is being able to identify what accounts within this clean data are a fit for LifeCore, which is this wellness software. So let's take a look at my screen and look at the brief that he is now submitting, or that he is now working on. So what he was given, we are determining who within these 2,000 accounts are ICP fit for LifeCore. And what does that mean? Well, that means that they have over 200 employees, which allows this company to, offer this benefit to a bunch of people and make it worth it. And another thing that's telling us that this is a good company that LifeCore should reach out to is that they have over 100 open jobs on the internet right now, which is pretty crazy. That's a lot of jobs. And so that kind of tells us, hey, this is a benefit that you can offer new people as you're trying to recruit. This is another lever you can pull and say, hey, we also have this amazing membership. Who doesn't want to have access to the gym? Come work for us. And so that's a lever we can pull. And finally, are they headquartered in the United States? Those are the three things that our competitors will be filtering for. So they have 2,000 companies. They're gonna answer these three questions, and then they're gonna filter down to only the companies that meet that criteria. But we can go back to our competitor screens and see how close they are to accomplishing those.
Yeah, it's one of those things where these kinds of companies they target people in HR, people in people ops. Shout out to the HR team and people ops team at Clay. They make our lives a lot easier. But this is a great perk for employees. So they need to find those kinds of companies and those kinds of people that are willing to invest in their employees in that way. And so Napat has also submitted stage 1. So he's also moving on to the ICP defining task as well.
He has. And let's take a look at let's look at the differences between how these competitors completed stage 1. They're given the same brief, but they can accomplish this in so many different ways. So here's his clean data. And we can see that because we have this clean view up here. Here's our company name. Here's the domains that they were given. Look at all these holes. There's a lot of missing data. So Avik ended up using our Google search to find a company domain and then a merge column, which I typically wouldn't. I don't know about you. Yeah, but how would you go about doing this?
When I was going through this prompt, I used our domain waterfall to find that because I wanted to ensure coverage.
Right.
And Google is like really good, but sometimes you have companies with the same name or similar names. And so like Google might surface another company with a similar name. Right.
So those are some things that we're thinking about. He also deduplicated it. This is definitely quicker. I think it is quicker. But here's his final domain. To get the description, he ended up using an enriched company action. And here are all those descriptions. Let's see where, here's his final company description. Amazing. And he also has the final country merged up here. And he did this by using an AI column to get the full name, because we asked for the full name of the country, not just that ISO code.
We wanted a standardized full name. Like sometimes you get CSVs or records where it's like USA in one and United States of America in another. So we wanted just full names standardized. It's 2026.
Yes. Right. I love it. Let's look and see how Napat went about doing this. So first, Napat, he normalized the company name. That's I wasn't actually expecting people to do this.
That's really good.
That is interesting. Okay, amazing. We're on the topic of normalization. He's doing it. He ended up using our company waterfall here. As you can see, this is what a waterfall is. Checks multiple providers to get the most coverage and then merges that for his final domain. We can also see our description. It looks like he only, okay, so he's only enriching the company if that description wasn't given off the bat. This is the description that we gave him. Okay. But it looks like, yeah, he's running an interesting column here. The enriched company columns has an interesting run condition, I should say.
Yeah, and, amazing. Just for the folks at home, a run condition is something that you use in case like you already have the data in some rows and not in others. It's a great way to save time and also save those precious credits.
Yes, exactly. And this is what his looks like. And you can just type this in plain English, press generate, and our meta prompter will actually create the formula for you. But we can go back to our competitor screens. I think we've looked in depth enough at these first two tasks. So let's see how they're doing on those second stages. Fantastic.
Also, this is also like the dark mode for Napat. This is something that our fan base / customer base were begging for dark mode for ages. And this was finally released early in the year. Huge shout out to the team that did that internally at Clay. And it's already seeing massive use with our champions here.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. Easy on the eyes, you know, easy on the eyes. You want to be able to go to bed. You don't want these blue lights hitting your retinas.
Are you speaking about yourself, Owen? Come on, let's talk about Clay here. Let's go.
I love it. Okay, amazing. So both of our contestants have submitted their second task as well. We're waiting for our judges to finish scoring on the first task, but it looks like one of our judges gave Avik a score of 50 points. Again, no scores have been submitted yet.
Oh yeah, Avik's just he's running through, and he's gotten 50 points for being the first to submit both in clean data and enrich ICP. The judges are still here. They want to make sure that they're doing a good job to see what points our contestants get before they move on to the next round. They are about 10 minutes through, and they're really like going on at quite a fast clip here, Owen. Actually,
they are.
The second task took them a lot quicker than the first, even. Which
right. Yes, it did. Yeah, I guess you can get caught up in enriching company domains, you know, normalizing the company names, but it's all for good favor. And for the folks at home who are just joining us in, we have a scoreboard at the top here. This is purple. It tells us how many total points that our competitors have on the far left. So we can see Avik's 100 points, Napat has 0. And Avik so far has 100 points based. He got this from submitting first because he gets 50 bonus points. So here's the scoreboard right above my head. We have these 5 dots. What are these 5 dots? These are the stages. So if it's filled in purple, that means the stage is done and our judge is reviewing it. If it's currently pink, that means that is the current test they're working on. And if it's gray, they haven't made it there yet. And you can see that is reflected on the right side as well. Over here, we can see it. Our current tasks are being judged. And once both judges submit those scores, that will turn into the final score that our competitors get. This has been a blast putting this together, though. Something on your mind.
This is actually my favorite part of the whole thing, because this is where they find a custom signal. So we gave them signals to find for the enrich ICP, and then the third one is they're scoring these companies to find the top 10, but actually within that scoring they have a custom signal, and I'm very interested to see what custom signals they will use for this business use case. And this is where the judges may take the longest when it gets to them.
Yes. Amazing. I am looking through each of the tables right now to see if they have gotten that custom signal in place. They might still be creating it, but a few custom signals that come to mind. If a company already offers some perks like free therapy, for example, and they don't offer a wellness solution, that might be a good signal that they could value, that they care about offering these kind of perks to their employees, and that they would actually be interested in offering even more perks to those employees. While we were working on this, Manoj, was there anything else, any other custom signals that came to mind for you for Ridgeline?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like the biggest one was that it's like, are they offering a therapy perk? A therapy perk is great. You're sound in mind, but you need to be sound in body as well. Are they offering like what are the ways in which they may, for example, if you're operating in the US, attract top New York talent? There's another great signal that I don't think any of these lot will do, but I think finding out if there is a gym in the neighborhood of the office that you're working, that you work from, using a Google Maps integration. And if so, then the chances of our company covering that gym is pretty damn high.
Oh, of course. And we are seeing one of these custom signals come in. So let's get my screen up so we can walk through what Avik has working on. Amazing. So we're seeing his view. It's narrowed down to 235 companies out of 1,600. That's from cleaning. That's from finding your ICP. And his custom signal that he is asking for is in this prompt. He is asking our Quagent AI research agent to go through and determine if they mention anything about employee well-being in the company culture page or somewhere
that's a really
in
good
the
way
public.
to do this, yeah.
It's a great way to do it. I think the other way, I mean, we could be looking at job openings as well. Usually if you're going to apply to a job, they will have like an easy link to those benefits as well. I would think that could be another place to look. But here's how he's scoring it. He's scoring it high, medium, and low. And where they highly advocate for things like the well-being of their employees, those are people that we're going to be interested in reaching out.
If it's low, it's like the companies that actively want their employees to be safe. You know, so like the well-being of our employees. No way.
Yeah, that's something we're interested in. We don't want to talk to those people.
We found that like also when I first like ran through this prompt, I forgot to filter before I ran this AI column, and running through 1,700 as opposed to like 200 is significantly longer.
Right. Yes, it absolutely is. Amazing. And we can see he's getting some of his responses here. It looks like there's a good amount. I can't mess with this table, obviously, but I would love to see how many are actually high versus medium versus low out of these 230 companies. But I bet we will be finding that out shortly. Amazing. Let's see where else. Both of our competitors are on this. Oh, we have scores in from one of the judges. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Incredible. So Avik, he got 50 bonus points for submitting the first stage first, 50 bonus points for submitting the second stage first, and he was now given it looks like upwards of 100 points for cleaning his data. That he did a really good job.
It seems like they've gotten like both 200 points here for plus like Avik's 100 points for his first. So they're pretty close. They're pretty neck and neck. It seems like speed is the only factor that separates them at this point. They're still working on the scoring mechanism, because it's not just, okay, we need to find a custom signal. You also have the other signals that you need to score and rank. Which ones are more important? How do you weight some of these signals over others, and what is important to you? And again, Jeremy and Layla, like they are experts in scoring companies, so they're going to be really harsh, I think, for scoring the round.
Oh yeah, I mean, as they should be. Again, quarterfinals. It's coming down to the wire here. But I can't believe it's already been 20 minutes, and our contestants are still on this third task. So if they make it to these fourth and fifth tasks, which is ones I'm really excited about, finding those contacts and getting that outbound. I have a feeling they're not going to make it all the way to the outbound stage.
Oh no, impossible.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Possible. Never say never.
P value is never zero. You know what I mean? It's never, anything is possible.
In the last round, no one managed to submit every single prompt that we gave them that day, but a couple got really close.
Yes.
I think it was Royal, who you'll see in the next round, who got closest. But this is pretty exciting stuff.
It is. Let's look and see what Napat is up to. Let's get his screen up large and just see what he's currently working on.
They have less than 5 minutes. This is like really tight, man.
Yeah. This is down to the wire here. Okay, he's finding contacts at certain companies. He is currently looking for decision makers, right? Or yeah, he's looking for decision makers at this point. I wonder, let's make sure that he submitted the right task and that is being reflected here. While that's happening, Manohar, what are some thoughts on your mind right now?
Oh, I was just thinking about how Napat has told nobody. They're just like, hey, Napat, what you want to do on a Friday night? He's like, I got plans. Don't worry about him. And there's something that's like so endearing about someone who just keeps their cards so close to their chest. And I kind of hope it works out for him. Separately, folks at home, go to Avik's LinkedIn page and go look at some of the posts that his fans have like posted. They're like losing their minds out there in Nepal for him to get through to the next round. And so part of me is like, Napat, I want this person whose cards are so close to his chest to make it through. And then in the finals, tell people, hey, I'm flying to the US for jokes. Don't need to worry why. But part of me is like, yo, Avik has like 30, 40, 50 people who are out there like cheering him on. And I don't want to see that many people disappointed. It is so hard to say goodbye to people. We've said goodbye to some amazing, amazing people in this tournament.
Definitely the hardest part of the competition is having to say goodbye. It's sad to see him go, but it's more about the friends you make along the way than winning the entire thing. This has been such a fun project for our community, bringing people together, and it's quite beautiful to see. I'm still looking at Napat. I think he's trying to get a custom signal here, and he's using find active job openings as his custom signal. And he's looking, because currently he's looking for EAs, he's looking for executive assistants. And to me, that rings that he is trying to build a contact list and actually reach out to these folks. But he might be trying to use this as a custom signal.
So he's using it as I think he's using it as part of scoring, right? So like if people are hiring, if there are certain job roles, then that's like a good signal to go off for him.
Okay, that makes sense.
I hope that works out for him.
As do I.
Because time is ticking.
Yes.
Avik has this emotional well-being tab column open, which is like pretty sick. And he's calculating scores, so he's close to submitting.
Oh, yes. Let's get Avik's. Yeah, so as you can see on the right there's a formula. He's creating a scoring column. And this logic looks a little bit like he's determining, he has his well-being score. So instead of, he has high, medium, and low, right? Are they advocating for their employees publicly? Are they doing that a lot? If so, they get a high. If not, they're getting a low. And then now he assigned a number to that score as well, while also doing some web research. And now he's getting a formula to bring both of these scores into one final score that he can narrow down.
He'll get close. He'll get really close to sending the contacts through.
I think he'll make it to the contact stage. I don't think he's gonna finish it, but I think he'll make it. I
agree.
Okay. Amazing. Well, we're down to almost 1 minute left. We can see both of the scores for cleaning data have been locked in, and they crushed. So Napat, he didn't get any bonus points, remember, but Jeremy and Layla gave him 100 points each. He did a great job. That means that domain worked. Maybe it's because he used that domain waterfall. Very, very maximizing coverage, if you will.
And just a reminder to folks at home is like when the round ends, Avik and Napat will be on tenterhooks for a little bit because the judging, it still won't be finished. So we just need to give a few minutes for Jeremy and Layla to finish judging for that to happen.
Yes, we do. Because
Final 30 seconds though.
Wow, down to the last 30 seconds. Okay, incredible. Excited to see some of these scores come in. Let's see. Avik has not submitted any answers yet. No one. They have made it to the second stage where they are now trying to score those companies. Again, the final thing that they should be seeing on the screen are 10 prioritized companies based on that scoring model they created and a custom signal. But we are down to our last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it.
Wow.
Game is over.
Oh my gosh. It
is so tight. It is 400 to 300. That does not mean that it's over. That does not mean that Avik has won. That means that Jeremy and Layla still needs to finish judging that final Enrich ICP. It seems like no one got through to submitting the score. I thought Avik was this close to hitting submit. Will that bite him in the backside in the unknown?
That is what we will find out. I'm not sure, and we're excited to see those scores come in. But how about let's chat with our competitors and see how they are currently both feeling. Amazing. Let's chat and see. Avik, how are you doing, man? How do you feel? That was 25 minutes of hardcore building in clay. A lot of pressure. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good, man. I thought it was just 5 minutes since I started, but it's already been 25 minutes and I had no idea about it. So yeah, it is what it is. I loved it.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it.
Quick question, Avik. Is there any of these prompts that like tripped you up a little bit, and any that you found like really like easy that you were able to fly through?
Yeah, I mean, I used Argon on one of the prompts itself, and it was taking forever to like generate the results. So I had to stop that and switch to Forum Mini in the middle. So that took the most amount of time for me.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that sometimes happens. There are definitely some models that are quicker than others, and some that are slower than others. Napat, how's that for you?
I think I tripped in many steps that I tried to enrich the data. Yeah, so I wasted a lot of time enriching for specific data, and yeah.
That
Gotcha.
was tough. So we have the final scores actually above
We do.
us, and it's so tight. Well, we have Napat with 380 points, which is no small feat, and we have Avik, our champion for the Asia bracket, going through to the final four, the semifinals, with 425 points. Avik, congratulations. How do you feel?
Really good, man. Really good. And this one is for all the people that are watching out there. I'm going to go there. So there are 35 plus people. So I was worried that I will let them down, but I never made that happen. So yeah, man, like I love this. And this win, I think, is for those 35 plus guys that are watching me right now. And I guess there are 3 or 5 goals over there. So for them as well.
Nice. I love it. Truly is for the community. Massive congratulations, Avik. Seriously, you made it to the next round. But let's hear from our judges. We want to see, why did these points go the way that they did? So let's see.
Yeah.
Jeremy, we're going to bring you on stage and chat. Do you want to walk us through?
Yeah.
Oh, go
Before
ahead.
Walk us through it, Jeremy, who are you?
Yes.
What is your role in the GTM? Well, we are honored to have you. I play paddle with this man. This guy's insane. How are you doing?
Yeah. No, it destroyed me at paddle, which is a little different. But, but yeah, I'm Jeremy, co-founder at TC9. And yeah, I'm the lucky Clay Club host in Paris, and also a solution partner with Clay. So super happy to be here and trying my best to judge those tables. I could feel the pressure without seeing what they were doing, just seeing the output. So yeah, it was intense, even for us.
What was something that you saw that was like, so what we saw was Avik got the points first, right? He submitted first. And if he didn't submit first, he would actually have lost this round. So speed really paid off for him. And in the last round we had for the Enrich ICP, Napat had 180 and Avik had 125. What was the difference between them in that specific round?
Yeah, so actually that was interesting to try to put ourselves in their minds, because I've been going for being so fast. I understand the strategy there, and then you look at the output and you think, okay, is it matching the judging criteria? Is it good enough? And you can see different approaches. I think indeed Napat tried to go a bit more in depth, but regarding I would say the standards that I was using in my head, going fast to get to the next point for me was also valuable. So yeah, I gave good points to those two for different reasons, but I think having had obviously the right strategy this time.
Wonderful,
Nice.
wonderful. We are going to speak to our judges again later in the next round. Layla's having some technical difficulties. Jeremy, thank you so much for now. For folks at home, that was the first bracket of today. That's Asia done, wrapped up. We have to say goodbye to Napat, which is a shame. Oh my God, I lived in Thailand for 3 years and I really actually want him to go far. But Avik made it through, and he has been a champ all the way through, and I'm excited to see him represent Asia, essentially. He has Asia's hopes on his back for the semi-final. Owen, how is that for you before we sign off for 5 minutes?
Oh my gosh.
Freshen up.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was so fun to see everyone go at it. It's so sad to say goodbye to someone, but it was fun to see this actually work and in practice and these prompts getting submitted. But yeah, super excited for it. We will be joining you in roughly 5 or 10 minutes. We're going to wrap here and go into our next bracket. So with that being said, goodbye to everyone. We will be back in roughly 5 to 10 minutes for our next bracket, which is the rest of world bracket, where 2 people will do the same thing and battle it out. So we will see you shortly. Cheers.
Ciao, everyone. Woo!
Last year, go-to-market engineers across the globe were given 20 minutes to turn any go-to-market idea into reality. 32 countries competed in front of a live audience for the very first Clay Cup. Barcelona, London, New York, Delhi, Karachi, Manila, Buenos Aires, Amsterdam, Lisbon. This year, the competition is even bigger. Instead of walking away with $10,000, this year's winner will take home $50,000.
50K?
50,000?
Say, well, how did it feel last year to watch this?
It was actually insane.
I think some of the things that they were doing would take me like a week or weeks even.
More applicants, bigger crowds, 6 rounds, 1 grand prize, and the title of the best go-to-market engineer of 2026. Are you ready?
Welcome back to Clay Cup 2026, and here we are in the second bracket of the quarterfinals. My name is Manor Hashim, and I am from the community team at Clay.
And my name's Owen. I'm from the studio team, and I am so excited to go through this next round with you. The quarterfinals is something special. It's a crazy competition. This has started with over 200 plus applicants all over the world that we have now brought together with 8 competitors. But this round, who will be competing, Manowar?
Oh, who will be competing? That's a great question. We have Royal from Nigeria and Ben from Australia. This bracket is really heating up. As you can see, I took my jacket off because it is warm here.
It is sure warm here. And how are we feeling? We just had the first bracket go, who just competed. Asia bracket just went, and Avik ended up winning and is winning his spot in our semifinals competition. How do we feel about that, Manowar? How are you feeling today?
Napat didn't win today, but he did win a place in our hearts. And that is like the most important thing. It seemed like Avik's speed really like took him over the line in the last round. And that was pretty interesting to see. Your question, how am I feeling? It's a really good one because I'm just happy nothing broke. That is like honestly, the bar is really high. We are turning a tool into a game and it's working. So that's how I'm feeling, Owen.
Yes.
My question to you is what are our gentlemen, these Royal and Ben, what are they trying to solve for us today to get through to the next round?
Oh, what a great unscripted question. This round looks a little bit different than last round because our competitors were hired at a company to complete 5 tasks. What are these 5 tasks? The 5 tasks, well, they start with cleaning CRM data. They're given a list of a bunch of accounts. They have to fill in gaps and clean up that data to make it usable. But then what are they going to be using that data for next?
Once they have that data, it's clean, it's serene. They move on to finding the ICP. The ICP, just because everyone can use Clay doesn't mean everyone should use Clay right now. So you got to find the people who are most likely to use your product and set them up for success.
Absolutely, you do. And after narrowing down these massive list of squeakily clean companies to a list of companies that fit their ICP, our competitors are going to have to prioritize those companies using a scoring model. They'll also be using some custom signal, and they'll have to narrow that ICP list down to 10 companies that they're confident in are a great fit for this company that they were hired at. And after they have these prioritized accounts, what do they got next?
So this is a really interesting part of the problem because this is something that Napat and Avik didn't get through to in the last round. Again, 25 minutes. We upped the time limit by 5 minutes, but they didn't manage to get through. So maybe Ben and Royal can crack through to step 4, which is finding contacts. Again, I say this all the time, you're not selling to buildings, you're selling to people, and you have to find those people before you can write to them.
Right. No matter how long I talk at the wall, it's not going to talk back at me. I've tried. Trust me. After they find those people, they are going to be drafting email copy to send to those prospects. Again, we're a go-to-market company. How are we going to market? This time it's emails, not so smoke signals or cold calls. It's going to be emails, and that's what they have to draft. But these are the 5 tasks. They get points for each of these tasks depending on how well they do them. But how do they get some of those points?
I just want to say, like, out of all the people I've ever met in my life, if someone is ever able to get a wall to respond to them, it's you. Like, there's a certain amount of magic you have, Owen. But back to your question about the score. These 5 tasks, they are worth 200 points each. Our judges will judge the score of the task as soon as it's submitted from either Ben or Royal. And that's a reminder, Ben and Royal, they're not the only 2 people in the hot seat. We also have Jeremy and Layla who are there to judge them. And viewers, don't judge the judges too harshly because they're judging people already. Try saying that twice as fast. Task 1 and 2. This is scoring accuracy and coverage. Can you believe this is all top of the dome? Oh my goodness. Why put your mic? And then task 3, 4, and 5, this is nuance. This is subjective. This is where our judges' expertise really kicks in. This is where they are able to say, okay, are these the best companies to reach out to? Is this the best signal? And is this the best damn outbound I've ever seen?
Oh, I hope we get to see that today. And yes, excited that we have judges this time around to get their expertise. But any other task that they don't finish, automatically they don't get points for that. Makes sense, right? And if there's a tie, let's say they finish all 5 tasks, well, whoever did it faster and more efficiently, meaning they have more points, will win. And there's 50 bonus points given to whoever submits that stage first. 5 stages, you submit it first, you get 50 bonus points. That was the strategy we saw last bracket. What are some of the rules our competitors are going to have to follow? Well, there's a few. 1, they're going to be competing in Clay. Again, you know, we released to CLI. You can talk to Clay in Claude Code and build workflows, and it's insane, right? But we want to see our competitors' expertise in the product, and it's quite impressive, right? Everything in Clay is free game. That's number 2, except for Sculptor. Again, we're testing our competitors, not the AI models. So those are some of the two kind of main rules there. But what are some other things our competitors will have to keep in mind throughout this competition?
Oh, great question. This is not just us 2 in front of the camera. There's also a bunch of people backstage who are helping us run the ops, the comms, and the monitoring of this competition. And so there are people who are watching Ben and Royal's screens, and they're watching their cameras at all times, just to ensure that everything is fair for everyone in the tournament. We do not allow external tools or AI at this point. This is a fully Clay native round. And as soon as they hit submit, that's it. No take backsies, as the Americans like to say.
That is just how I say it too, actually. And what I also like to say is you can get 2,000 free credits if you haven't signed up for Clay already. I bet a lot of us at home probably already have a Clay account, but if you haven't created one, you can sign up, get a free workspace, and get 2,000 free credits to start playing around. What else do we have?
Oh, we have Clay community. If you are one of these people that wants to see Owen talk into the ether and maybe respond to him, that's where you're going to do it.
Yes, I love it. Amazing. And we're on round 4, the quarterfinals. But before we introduce our competitors, let's take a look and see how those 2 competitors, Ben and Royal, got here right now with a little recap video. We will see you shortly.
Clay Cup just went through round 3 of 2026, and it's a long way from where it started. 128 people entered, and now it was narrowed down to 17. All of these people competing for the chance to win $50,000. Only 8 of those 17 made it out, and the rest of World Bracket brought together Ben from Australia, Royal from Nigeria, Rejoice, and Adam, all given the same 20 minutes to build an entire recruiting event inside Clay. This meant finding a venue which people would actually show up to, a company that was genuinely hiring, candidates worth inviting, and then writing all the outbound that pulled this event together. This is how round 3 went. 5 minutes in, Ben and Royal were dead level on 300 points each, and Ben broke away and got himself up to 1,000 points. Royal ended up sitting at 800, Rejoice at 300, and Adam unfortunately had trouble getting off the line, and so when that 10-minute cut came, she was eliminated. That left 3 people. Ben kept his foot down to 1,400 points and then 1,500, holding first place for the best part of 12 minutes, the same way he had in round 2, but then he hit the last question of the venue puzzle and stopped dead on 1,500 points. While he was stuck on it, Royal answered and jumped up to 700 points in one shot, which took him from 1,000 straight past Ben into first place. At 1,700 points, Royal had almost been eliminated the round before, and now he was leading the bracket. Behind them, Rejoice made it into 4 figures, but Royal was already gone because he had closed out the company puzzle, got into the guest list, and finished on 2,600 points, with Ben at 1,900 points and Rejoice on 1,000. So Royal finished first and Ben took the second seat through to the quarterfinals. You can watch the quarterfinals live on August 21st at claycup.com. Watch these two competitors duke it out. We'll see you there.
Incredible.
And we are back. Wow, man, I really love those videos. Like, honestly, Owen, great recap. Your voice is meant for radio. What are you doing here?
Right. Thank you. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Major, what really counts. Shout out to the video editors who made that fabulous. You've probably seen them around LinkedIn. They're great videos. They're a lot of fun. If you haven't, check them out.
Are you also the video editor? Is that why you're shouting yourself out twice?
No, maybe not. But now that we know how our competitors got here, let's say hello to our competitors. So can we give a warm welcome? They're already on screen. Give a warm welcome to Royal and Ben. And Royal, we're going to start with you, man. How are you feeling on this fine Friday?
Well, I feel a little bit nervous, but like I said earlier, I'm used to pressure. So let's just get this over with.
Amazing. We love it. And is there anyone special cheering you on right now from any specific place in the world that just so happens to maybe be associated with the Clay Club? Maybe? Is that something that's on your mind?
Yeah, the Clay Club Lagos, they're hosting a watch party. My team at OC, we canceled our Friday meetings just so that they can tune in and watch me. And I have friends.
Hey, we can see them. Hey, to Lagos Nigeria watch party. Give us a wave if you can hear us.
Yes. Hello.
They're chilling. They're just like, Royal's got this in the bag.
Right.
They're just like, fine. Cool. And then we're going to move on to Ben. Royal, good luck, by the way. Ben, I just Googled it. It is like 2:15 in the morning in Australia. Dude, how are you feeling? How are you doing it? How are you still awake?
Yeah, I was on Claude earlier trying to figure out a sleep schedule. So I had a nap. Now I'm up, had a Red Bull, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, sweet. Wonderful. You look like wired. I would have preferred had you said energy drink again. They ain't paying us. So it's fine. No, I'm joking. No, it's good.
I love it.
Cool. How are you feeling though? Despite feeling very awake because of your Claude nap schedule, like preparation wise, how are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. It was, feeling pretty calm. It was good seeing the last round, the contestants. There was some good questions, so it should be a good test.
It's going to be a wonderful test with different questions. No, okay, it should be good. It's going to be a different company this time. We're going to go straight into our Slack just to make sure that everyone has everything they need.
Yes. Incredible.
Okay.
Amazing. Well, at least we know Ben has what he needs. He needed those wings for today's competition from that Red Bull. So we're excited, but let's confirm on our side that we're ready to go. Amazing. Okay.
All right. So let's have Royal and Ben. Can you put your hands in the air like you just don't care?
Woo!
So we can see them again. This is COVID exam time. This was the last term I did as a teacher was during COVID, and this is kind of how we did exams in that time as well. Okay.
Amazing. And keep those hands in the air. We have an entire team who is helping us make this entire live stream happen. So major shout out to them. But while the hands are in the air, let's have our team send those clay tables over to our competitors and add them to the workspace so they have access. Once we get confirmation that has happened, we will do our countdown.
Yeah, huge shout out to the rest of our community team, Sia and Shreya,
massive,
who are just honestly the champions in the background. We couldn't do this without them.
No, we couldn't. They're doing a lot right now, and it's fun to see it all come together. Amazing. Okay, you guys, Ben, Royal, you should have access to your workspaces now. Okay, Ben's giving a thumbs up. Royal, you good? Amazing. Okay, we are ready to go. Let's count us down. Let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Okay, round 2 has just commenced. And while we have this graphic with just you and I up here, let's go through what this thing above me is. It's a scoreboard. This is how we know what competitors have what points and who's going to move on to the next round. On the far left side of the screen, you'll see the total number of points. It's 0-0 right now. They don't have anything yet. You'll see a progress bar. Currently, and when they submit an answer, that circle will turn purple. Again, we have cleaning the CRM, enriching data, scoring, finding contacts, and drafting outbound. And so as they submit those stages, they will mark that here, and you'll see that on the leaderboard. And you can also see on the right, it says current. That's the one they're currently working on. It's super straightforward, super easy, and helpful. While that's going on, our judge... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, very quickly, again, they are given a brief. They are going through this brief right now. The first stage is, of course, cleaning up that CRM. Again, this is a CRM to sequence tasks. So you are going for a full workflow. But a reminder of, like, what is this company that they're looking at, Owen? What is the kind of task that they're being asked to fill out today? Ben enjoyed the last round, but I think he's going to be a bit surprised by what's presented to him now.
I think he's going to be surprised as well. Let's actually take a look at my screen and just go into the brief that we gave them. Amazing. This is what we see. This is what our competitors were given for this first task. They work at a company. It's called Cadence, and they're on the growth team. And Cadence is a global workplace platform that helps companies hire, pay, and manage international employees and contractors without setting up local entities. Sounds like a legal mess to me. And Cadence is primarily sold in North America. And your team, they are handed like a messy list of potential accounts. So here's what they have to do first. That's the context of what Cadence is. And they have to find data points like that final domain, like last time, the company description, headquarters, where's the headquarters located, and does this prospect have multiple offices or have offices in multiple continents? Those are the first task criteria that they are going to have to submit. Manowar, what else would you have to add to this first task here? This is what they were given.
I really enjoyed this this one as well. Like I said, my favorite was the fictional competitor to this app that I love. This second one, we've given them data points that will actually help them later on in the round. We knew that this is going to be quite a tough one. It's going to take them a while, so that multiple offices in different continents really helps. If you only have a small subset of employees in Europe or in Africa or in Asia and you're based out of the US, these are the kinds of companies that you might turn to.
Right. Yes, exactly. And that's like an interesting data point to try and find for a company is, do they have multiple offices? I think there's a bunch of different ways to go about that. One that comes to mind when him and I both test all of these prompts before we give them to our competitors, which is fun in and of itself. But when we were doing this, we were using the enrich company action, which actually has a localities tab that shows different office locations where they are based according to LinkedIn. But I'm wondering, I'm curious to see, are our competitors going to use that same strategy, or are they going to try and come up with something else?
That's really the bit that trips people up. Like, when we're pressure testing this, again, Owen and I are both very young people. We're both 18 years old. We just look like this because we've been pressure testing prompts for Clay Cup. These grades, they came last week. Come on. I'm actually really excited and interested to see how they will do this. Again, the first two data points should be relatively easy. Ben and Royal have shown us how quickly they can run through this, and they're running through it like pretty quickly.
Yes, they are. Let's take a look at my screen. I'm going to go dive into both of their tables because I see something that is new. We're on Royal's table. He just imported 1,700 prospects for Cadence, and now he's cleaning that data up. He has used an AI column to try and find the company domain. That's interesting. So someone last time used our Google enrichment to try and find the company domain, and then the traditional route that I used and Manowar and I both used while we were testing this out was using our domain waterfall. I'm curious. I would love like a side-by-side. I guess I would say the AI column versus the Google column to like get this domain. The AI is probably more accurate, but slower.
Way slower.
That's what I would imagine. Slower. Right?
But I would imagine, like, I'm hoping that he's a multitasker. That whilst this is churning out, the other two criteria that he has to find, as long as he doesn't use AI columns for all three, he should be okay.
Amazing. Fantastic. let's take a look and see what Ben is up to. So Ben is currently going, okay, so Ben is going to be using an AI column to try and determine, do they have multiple offices or offices in multiple continents? Sorry. I think a few ways that the AI will go about researching this, maybe they'll look at open job postings and then they'll look at, see, okay, New York City, San Francisco, London. Okay, that there's multiple offices there, right, on multiple continents, but I don't know where else that data would be found. So excited to see what the results of that are.
I think, yeah, probably like you might find this on websites. People love to tout how they're like international organizations. They might show pictures of like international people all over the shop as their front page. And like one of the ways they do that is by saying like, we hire people from all different types of places. We're talking Wales, Ireland, England, Northern Ireland, France,
Monaco.
Exactly.
Amazing. Amazing. We just heard from our team that Royal is approaching his submission for this first task. Let's take a look at my screen and go into Royal's table. What were you going to say?
I love that you put your ear for this. I can't do this because these are touch sensitive headphones. I actually was like so excited to go on stream today with my hair and all the things. And then I reminded that I had to put on overhead earphones because I'm doing this from home. And it just, the shame.
It's so sad, man. The beautiful locks are being held back. But what's not being restricted right now is Royal's pace. He is about to finish this first stage. We can see his final country column is here. He's using AI to get that. This is what I wanted to see. Okay, they are looking at, yes, see, we can see, oh, wait. We might have caught something that I hope the judges will catch. So in our enrich company action, we have a bunch of stuff. One of these things is locations, right? But this shows the office address. This shows the address of one of their offices. However, his column is just saying that output true, like determining, do they have multiple locations? But the question, the brief that we gave him is asking for multiple continents, offices in multiple continents.
So if you had an office in London and Manchester on the same continent in the same country, that would be a true checkbox right there.
Yes, right. Any company that has more than one office, this criteria fits. However, we're looking for offices specifically in different continents. So
that might hurt him.
That might hurt him, but he has a nice view at least. Here's his clean data, seeing all of this. So this is what the judges are going in and looking at right now. But let's get back to our competitors' screens. Amazing. Well, Royal has that view, but he has not submitted his answer just yet. Excited to see that come in so our judges can start looking at that.
So this is actually taking a bit longer than I imagined. And this is where I was saying that that one question, that one question of like, does this company have multiple offices in multiple continents has slowed them down completely. It's requiring like a little bit more effort. Jeremy, I see his camera, like, he's off to the side. You guys don't see this. And he's on the edge of his seat waiting to do to judge these people, because the last round took them 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and we've just seen a submission. It took Ben 8.5 minutes. He's got his 50 bonus points, and Jeremy has leapt into action. He literally leapt. You know what I mean?
He did, folks at home. He jumped off his seat because Ben submitted and got those 50 bonus points. Amazing. But yeah, that's the other thing too, is there's so many different ways to get to the same results. And Clay, it's such a flexible tool. There's like 100 different ways you can go about getting a single data point, which makes it fun and it makes it interesting, but it also gives people the opportunity to be indecisive. Is this the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it? What are the judges going to think about this way of doing it? But Ben has surpassed that indecisiveness, and he has decided. Both of our competitors have now submitted stage
45 seconds later, Royal has submitted, and Jeremy has leapt out of his seat again. This guy jumps around a lot. I am terrified for his downstairs neighbors.
I am as well.
Royal is now moving on to the second task, along with Ben and Owen. What is that second task? What are the kind of criteria that we're asking our contestants to enrich for this company?
Oh, what a fantastic question. I couldn't have asked it better myself. It's such a good question. Let's look at my screen and look at the brief that we gave our competitors. Our competitors were given this Notion doc. The second one is to determine, out of those 1,700 companies, we now clean the data. It's organized, it's nice, it's full. What companies are actually within their ICP? That's determined by do they have multiple offices on multiple continents? Have they opened a new office in the last 12 months? And have they grown in headcount in the last 6 months? Those are the things that our contestants are now using Clay to enrich for and then filter for so that we can see our ICP fit accounts in one place. Our judges are going to Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say very quickly that this is something that will probably make it a bit quicker than the last round's task 2, because we had them find whether they have offices in multiple continents in the first task. So even though this is slower, they may still get to task 4 because this second task shouldn't take them very long at all.
Right. Yes. And so they're going to be creating another Clay table view and narrowing those companies down. Our judges will be going into that view and looking at those tables. But that's what the brief says. Let's get back to our competitors. Amazing. Oh, we have a score coming in. Lila has scored stage 1 for Ben is 100 points. And that is the maximum score that each judge can give. So Lila loves that first response from Ben. And we're excited to see, is Royal going to be able to come back and attack again and make sure he can maybe get 100 points as well? We'll see. We will see. I'm getting on edge myself. I don't know about you, Manowar. This is quite exciting.
It's pretty exciting. I mean, like you want to remember that Royal and Ben are both like a lot later in the day than we are. Ben is up at like 3 in the morning. This is the most awake I've actually ever seen him after all the times that I've spoken to him. And he's cruising through. He's squinting at his screen. He's putting things in. I do think I'm actually surprised at how long this second task is taking them, considering that they have that data point from task 1 to go through. But I see that Ben is going back into his task 2. He's crossing his T's. He's dotting his I's. He wants to make sure that this is perfect before he submits, because he doesn't lose 50 points or 35 points by being a little bit careless in his submission.
Yes. No, you don't want to be careless. You want to be able to make sure you're dotting your I's. Let's take a look at my table and see what Ben is actually up to at this second. Amazing. So he is currently using an AI column to determine have they opened offices in the last 12 months. That is the question that he is asking our AI agent. Let's look at some of those responses. So we can see this company is Telelink. Let's see, have they? Office location. So announcement date, no qualifying announcement date identified. So it has now told us, no, they have not submitted. Okay, amazing. We just heard from our team that Ben has completed stage 2.
So I've been watching Ben's screen live whilst you've been going through that for the audience. And Ben did a very interesting thing, which is kind of what I would do. He would go back and forth just to make sure that like he has everything. He ticked every single box. He's like kind of like pointing at the screen, making sure he has everything, and then he submit. He could have submitted about 10, 15 seconds sooner, but he just wanted to make sure. And that gave him an extra 50 points of bonus. And here he is on task 3. Royal is still catching up here, but he's adding his filters. It looks like he's about to submit soon as well.
Nice. Incredible. Yeah.
He's like 45 seconds behind. Like, this is crazy. They're really like neck and neck. But if you're second by 45 seconds or 45 minutes, you still don't get those bonus points.
Right. Royal really needs to kick it into high gear here because he didn't get those bonus points, but they're on the same stage now. Ben already has a head start on scoring these accounts. But yeah, those bonus points make a massive difference, actually. That's insane. Royal is going to have to really speed up his process if he wants to have a shot at getting this back. We're still waiting for scores from our judges, from one of our judges for cleaning data. And as these scores roll in, we will be sharing that with you, and you'll see it on the scoreboard.
But here we come to my favorite task. And I will say this every single round, so forgive me. But this is where they have to find user signals they already have and find their own custom bespoke signal that shows that, hey, listen, they're go-to-market engineers. They're finding those unique data points and trying to apply it to this use case. A use case they only found out about 15 minutes ago.
Right.
And so what are the kinds of like custom signals that you would be using here, Owen?
Well, so some signals are just, again, for the audience at home, a signal is just something that happens in the market that tells us a company is ready to buy or that it's a good time to reach out to this company. So some really basic simples that you could use that are custom are Did they raise fundraising in the last 6 months or 12 months? You know, are they just raising around? Other signals that we really like to see that show high intent that they actually want to spend in a certain area is open job roles. Are they hiring for more SDRs, or are they hiring for a certain role that your software could come in and you could say, hey, you already are spending money here because you are showing you have a problem, because you want to hire someone to solve that problem. We can actually solve that problem for you. It's something that gives you a signal that this company is actively spending in the area that your niche is in. And in this case, like, amazing. And we just heard from our team that Layla ended up giving us a score for 90 points for Ben. Or let's just confirm that on our side. The total of scores right now are 365 to 200. Ben and Royal are both working on the same task, but our scores are locked in for cleaning data. So this is interesting. Okay, so Ben submitted the answer first for cleaning data, but the judges are not saying that he did an amazing. He actually did a worse job, if you will, than Royal, who ended up getting 200 total points.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. He lost 25 points for submitting maybe a bit earlier than he otherwise would have done. Maybe he put in a bit of sloppy data, maybe didn't get full coverage. But what ended up happening is he got the 50 bonus points. So not only does it cancel it out, it's 25 bonus points for going first.
Yes.
There are extra points that are being awarded as the judges slowly work through, and this is kind of how we designed this game, where it's like, okay, we love this points feature, like continuing to go on. So you're always kind of on the edge of your seat. Royal has a watch party in Lagos cheering him on, and they're all there just kind of like on the edge of their seats. They're like, okay, we need our boy to make it through. Ben,
yes,
it's 2 a.m. Everyone's asleep. No one's watching him. And maybe that clarity of mind, he doesn't have to think about anyone. And he's just there being like, yes, I've got this.
Yes, definitely easy to focus when no one is awake and talking. So excited to see how he does in this next round. But amazing. One thing I guess we could chat about, what are these custom signals? Let's take a look at my screen very quickly. Again, as a reminder, our competitors were hired. They were hired at a company called Cadence. Cadence is a global workforce platform that helps companies hire, pay, and manage international employees and contractors. That's the company that they work at, and they want to prioritize a set of list of accounts. So what are signals in the market that could tell us that there's that a company in this list needs this solution? Well, as we can see in Ben's table, I see him using an AI column, and it's already given away. I have a feeling he's checking for if this company has already existing international entities. And that's just like a business, multiple corporations in multiple countries to manage international employees. It sounds like a mess to me. This is why I'm not in this industry. But Ben is determining, does this company have multiple entities in multiple countries? Because that classifies as international. So let's look at this prompt actually more in depth, just so we can read it together here. So he ended up basically giving him the same context that he already has. And he's telling the agent to research these companies and identify if they have entities outside of the US. Beautiful. Okay. Let's look at some of these responses, because I want to see, what I'm really interested in is like, where are the sources in the evidence?
For me, I'm kind of like hoping that they would do things that like maybe look at job postings that have the title like founding European marketer, founding European head of sales, this really shows that you're opening up your org in other countries.
Yes.
Because if you already have multiple office locations,
right,
like maybe you already have like an entity set up.
This is true.
So yeah, that's something I find quite interesting.
You know what I would say first too? Okay, this is one of the websites that our agent went and scraped and told us, yes, hey, here actually is the source in the evidence. This is actually crazy. Like our AI agent is able to go through these websites. Honestly, when I see a website that's like old like this, or that is hard to navigate, I get excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, there's an opportunity to like research something here and automate something. And that's what Ben is showing us here. But what I would say though too is, hey, maybe Ben is going to reach out to this company and say, hey, it looks like you already have a bunch of these entities. We can go back to our competitors' tables, by the way. But hey, maybe you have a bunch of entities. What if you could potentially maybe get rid of one of those? Does Cadence actually allow you to do that? Maybe, maybe not. But that could be the angle that he's getting at. I'm not 100% sure.
That would be a strong use case. But like,
it would
I really love like the .gov websites that are just like ancient. It's so funny
Yes.
you say ancient. This is like 15 years old, right? Like, but it's yeah. Step up your game. Step up your game.
Right.
Speaking
Taxes.
of stepping up your game,
Oh.
Royal and Ben are really trying to like rush through here. They're in the last 5 minutes. Again,
Wow.
Ben has just submitted. He submitted his scoring, so the judges will have to deal with that in a second. He's quite far ahead in terms of points. And he's working on finding the contacts here. This should not take him very long, so he might actually reach the outbounding section. Scoring is, I would say, one of the longer tasks to get.
I would say so. You have to design a scoring methodology that works for you and that you could, back. If someone asks you, why'd you do that? You want to be able to respond, and that takes time. Plus, getting custom signals, you have to ideate on that. But that's one of my favorite parts about Clay. It's such a creative tool. You can do so many things with it. And that's what we get to highlight in this competition are all the different ways you get to use Clay. Like custom signals for random companies. It's crazy. Some of these examples, someone used a custom signal once they were reaching out to hospitals. They want to determine how much budget does this hospital have? Well, or how much is this hospital spending, let's say. And so they actually used Clay to find the number of hospital beds located in this hospital, which is like insane. That's not out of the box. That's crazy. And that's what we get to see here in Clay Cup as well. So that's one of my favorite parts about being able to watch this. So just excited to see when these scores are going to be coming in because there's a lot of judging going on. Our judges are slammed right now.
Yeah, for sure. Royal, again, true to the rest of this round. He's only 45 seconds behind and he submitted. So it's kind of crazy how much of a difference these bonus points are doing as we go on here. So we have the score for both has been submitted and now we're looking for contacts. Owen, I'm curious if you could kind of show us like what scoring metric did they use to figure out like which should be the final 10 companies that they reach out to?
Absolutely. I would love to. Let's take a look at my screen because we can pull up the brief that we gave our judges and walk through it together. So this is the criteria that they're going to be looking at. Scoring accounts. What does that mean? Well, it means a few different things. Again, what are the accounts Cadence should be prioritizing? This is what the competitors had to do. One custom signal, custom scoring methodology. They have to score the companies and then create a view called scoring. Okay, but then how do the judges go about it? Well, is this custom signal actually relevant to Cadence? And buying intent timing, right? It's helpful, like again, like we mentioned, like, a fundraise as a signal is helpful, but if they did it 5 years ago, maybe not so helpful. We want timely signals, things that are happening now that tell us it's a good time to reach out. So that's what our judges are going to be looking at, worth 30 points. Scoring logic. Does their methodology make sense and consistently prioritize stronger opportunities? So now that we have this signal telling us, is it a good time to reach out to? Does his scoring logic prioritize the ones with great signal? Simple, straightforward, 30 points. And finally, are these 10 companies defensible as the best accounts for Ridgeline to pursue? This is an open-ended question, but it's worth 40 points because it's really the question that matters. You got to be able to stand behind these enrichments that you are putting together and these scoring models. And that there's a whole other side tangent I actually want to go down, but let's check in with let's go back to our
we have a
screens and
minute
see
and a
where we're
half.
at.
Royal is pretty close to submitting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's finding these people. He's found the companies that he's going to find these people at. He's looked at their scoring. He's like, yes, these are the people that need Cadence. They need our help. And he's gunning for it. He's about 100 points behind Ben. Ben, if I'm looking at his screen here, he's also finding these people. He's looking at finance executives. He believes that those are the decision makers, the people who own the money, the people who have the power to buy, the purchasing power. Those are the people that he's going after. These are your Karens. These are your Steves. Shout out to Karen and Steve in the Clay offices. These are the people that hold the power. They hold the money and decide whether we spend on tools. And so Ben is about to submit here as well. It's pretty neck and neck as we go to the last 25 seconds. I actually think, like, honestly, if Royal just YOLO'd it and submitted something, I think he might get like 50. Oh man, Ben just submitted.
Take it away. Oh my God,
that's crazy.
I saw his reasoning column. He used AI to help out with that, and I'm curious to see how the judges will take. But we are down to our last 5, 4, 3, 2,
and won.
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Wow.
You
wow.
love
wow.
to see it, you hate to see it.
Right,
We have
yes.
someone who has made it through and someone who hasn't, but we don't know because
We
the
don't
judging
know.
is yet to be completed. We
Yes.
have about 150, 165 points between these two champions, and let's hope that Royal submitted one hell of a scoring table.
Wow. Yeah, that it can make a big difference as well. I mean, this is relatively close, but if Ben tanked on those last ones, we'll have to see what the final score says. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know about you. Let's check in with our competitors and see how they are currently feeling. Amazing. Royal, hello, man. We made it through the round. The round is over. How are you feeling initially? Our scores are being finalized at the moment, but how are you feeling right now?
A bit relieved, a bit disappointed. I was just on the fourth, about to submit the fourth task. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
I love it. You got to stay optimistic, man. Amazing. And yeah, our judges are looking at that right now.
It's loading. We have Jeremy and Layla staring intently at their screens. They're trying to not think about the hopes and dreams of both Ben and Royal. Speaking of Ben, how are you doing? How are you feeling about your round here?
Yeah, it was interesting. You threw in a couple curveballs from the last contestants. I was a bit locked in on those questions, and I was like, oh, I to step back a bit. So it was good.
I love
Nice.
that.
We saw you like rushing through and like kind of submitting like quite quickly as you went through. It kind of cost you a little bit, it seems, in the clean data round, but you were stacking up those bonus points. Did that come into your mind at all while you were like planning for this?
Yeah, I just like in the moment forgot a little bit about the submission process, and I was like, oh, it's not working. And I messaged C. I was like, wait, no, that's my fault. So yeah, it definitely cost me a bit.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I mean,
yeah.
Once you submit, that's it. No take backsies, as the Americans like to say.
I love it. Amazing. Royal, what was something that you felt really good about this round? You were cruising along, 460 points, 3 stages complete, almost 4. What was one thing that you're like, yes, the judges are going to love this?
So it was supposed to be the copy. So I was going to do like it, but we didn't get to that round, so I guess we'll never know.
Gotcha.
Ben, I wanted to ask, like, what was your custom signal that you went with in the end? Because again, like this is like not a company that you would deal with every day. This isn't your Red Bull, for example.
Yeah, it was. I got a little bit stumped on that one. I wanted to look for like a more like a tech stack signal that they might use like an outsourced payroll, but then I ended up going with looking up if they actually have any registered entities in those other regions, and then I guess trying to find a signal like there's a fit because they're either operating or not operating, and you could kind of try to weave in there that they don't need to sign up for a new entity.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. Me and Owen had a lot of fun / stress like trying to figure this out yesterday.
Yes. Amazing. Well, we've seen some scores.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just recapping, I guess, the scoreboard right now. On the left, total number of points and points per stage is on the right there. We can see our totals as of right now, with one still being judged, but I think we have a conclusion.
Yeah, we can say quite confidently that again, we again, like I said, you love to see it, you hate to see it. Royal, unfortunately, it seems like 540 points wasn't enough to beat the 700 that Ben has on the screen so far. Congratulations to making it this far. You looked phenomenal in that Clay Cup jersey.
Yes.
Ben, we're going to go with a premature congratulations here. How does it feel to have made it through?
It's good. Yeah. Awesome. Super pumped. I wasn't sure there, to be honest. I can't see the scores here either. So I was like, I didn't know. I think I was going to go either way. There was like 30 seconds left. So I was like, I was just going to submit my people one just for the bonus 50 points, just in case. So hopefully it's paid off.
Yeah, that's a pretty good strat. This is what I was saying to Owen. I was like, in the last 20 seconds, like someone just YOLO a submission, get that 50
Right.
points. It might be
Right.
garbage. It probably wasn't garbage, Ben. We've seen your body of work. Let's be real. 3 a.m. Ben is more dangerous than 1 a.m. Ben, as
guy's
we
a
like
hustler.
to say in the UK.
We love it. We love it. Amazing. Well, since we have our finalized scores on the scoreboard again, congratulations, Ben. And so sorry to see you go, Royal. But seriously, this round was great. Let's hear from our judges about how judging went and how they thought about each of these stages. And we'll start with you, Laila. How are we doing? How did judging go? And what was one thing that you noticed that stuck out to you throughout judging the first 3 stages for each of these competitors?
I think both were very strong, and I just try to be very objective on how they use the AI columns, and then I check how they create the context there. And the other thing is the relevancy and also the how accurate data is. I think on both sides they did amazing job. Royal might have misunderstood like the generate AI button. Like he never used it. He wrote down the prompt, but he didn't generate AI there. So I like cropped some. Yeah, that was kind of a, but like he was giving the right prompt actually, just not generating the full. Yeah, and then the Ben was fast. For sure, like you see how fast he was, and I was just chasing him like on each stage what he was building on. In general, I think like it's a lot of stress. I can imagine. I cannot compete on Clay Cup for sure. Like it's a lot of
honestly,
stress. So I admire everything they do. Yeah.
It's pretty incredible that you are able just even to be judging as quick as you were, because like you said,
Right.
Ben broadly speaking, was submitting super quick, like a champ. Jeremy, final question to you. What is something that you maybe penalized Royal or Ben for, something that they didn't get 100%? Because I saw that not all of these, the rounds are out of 200, but like Ben's scoring only got 85.
Right.
Yeah, I'm online, right?
Yeah.
And it's it was. I think the strategies from both the competitors was very different. Ben going through very, very fast, giving us a lot of work, and Royal maybe going more in depth, and so it also reflected on the tables. And to give you examples, like for example, Ben didn't really clean duplicates, so we had some noise in the tables. That was one thing that penalized a little. And then also the approach, like the prompts were for the agents, like Royal was very careful to ask for sources and verified information, whereas Ben did it a little less, so I penalized that as well.
Oh yeah, I saw one of his prompts as well. Like Royal was like return sources. Ben was like, can you return vibes? And that's always a good way to go.
Vibe researching, if you will.
Jeremy and Laila,
but you know,
thank you
the
so much
strategy in the competition.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for your time. There's 2 more brackets to go. Folks at home, send love to Ben. Send love to Royal. It was an incredible match with 2 Titans. Owen, 2 down, 2 to go. How are you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good. I think I'm gonna get myself a little coffee in between here, but these are so much fun to watch. It's a blast. And every single bracket is different companies, different questions. And so I'm really excited for these final 2 brackets. With that being said, guys, we will see you in about 10 minutes with our next bracket. We will see you soon, okay? Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Ciao for now, guys. Ciao for now. In a bit.
last year, go-to-market engineers across the globe were given 20 minutes to turn any go-to-market idea into reality. 32 countries competed in front of a live audience for the very first Clay Cup. Barcelona, London, New York, Delhi, Karachi, Manila, Buenos Aires, Amsterdam, Lisbon. This year, the competition is even bigger. Instead of walking away with $10,000, this year's winner will take home $50,000.
50K?
50,000?
Say, well, how did it feel last year to watch this?
It was actually insane.
I think some of the things that they were doing would take me like a week or weeks even.
More applicants, bigger crowds, 6 rounds, $1 grand prize, and the title of the best go-to-market engineer of 2026. Are you ready?
What's up, guys? I don't want to scream my cat's ear because he'll freak out. But flee. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Clay Cup 2026. Here we are in the quarterfinals, the third bracket of the day, and I'm excited. One of these people is going to go to the next round and end up maybe finally on the final stage at Sculpt October the 8th to win that $50,000 prize. My name is Munwar Hashim. I am part of the community team at Clay.
Amazing. I'm Owen. I'm part of the studio team here at Clay. We're teaming up together to co-host this round of Clay Cup, and it's been a journey so far. We've had over 200 people apply. 128 were accepted, and now we're narrowed down to 8. We're narrowed down to 8 finalists who have the chance to win $50,000 at our conference in Sculpt in San Francisco. But today, Manowar, who is competing right now?
We have Europe. This is the best time zone. I got to say, I'm trying not to be biased, but we have Ruben from Belgium. We have Leszek from Poland, and it's going to be an incredible round. But I have a question for you, Owen. What are they doing to earn their right to be in the Clay Cup semifinals?
Oh, what a fantastic question, because we have something quite special for you today. Today looks a little bit different than the last round. Our competitors they're given 25 minutes, and they are in the example, they were hired at a company that's given them 5 tasks. They have to clean data in a CRM. That means, making sure things are standardized, deduped, making sure that any gaps are filled in. So if there's missing data, and they're filling that in. And they have 4 other tasks. But once they have squeaky clean data, what do they have to do next?
Oh, once they have that, they have, sorry, my cat is a little bit freaked out because my cat's a huge fan of Clay Cup. Once they have that, they have to find the criteria that really targets the ICP. We give them 3, sometimes 4 criterion to find to ensure that they are able to narrow down their best fit for the company that they're representing. But after that, instead of they have to do something really special and really handpick and target those accounts.
Oh my gosh, yes, bespoke, if you will. Handpicked accounts, they have to create a way to score these accounts. They narrowed it down to an ICP. Now they need a scoring model to determine who are the top 10 companies that this company should prioritize and reach out to and sell right now. And they do that using a scoring methodology of their choice, whether that's a formula, an AI column, whatever they like, and 1 custom signal. But we'll get all into that a little bit more once the round starts. What do they have to do once they have these scored accounts?
So they've gone from 1,800 accounts in the CRM down to 10 in about like 10 to 15 minutes. The first set of people didn't get this far. The next set did. They have to find contacts to reach out to because, again, they're not writing to buildings, Owen, they're writing to people. And the only thing you can do before you write that beautiful, perfect outbound is find the people that you're going to write to.
Absolutely. Yes, that is what they have to do. And what do they do next? Well, those are some beautiful people we found. We need to give them a beautiful message that would get them interested in our product. And so that means drafting a subject line and a body of an email and sending that to our judges and writing some personalized copy. Those are the 5 tasks that our competitors have to do today. But how do we get points? How do our competitors score points?
Oh, good question, Owen. Here we go. Honestly, like when I was a kid before I met you, Owen, I would do impersonations of commentary, and I would like channel someone like you, like an American, and I just love it. The energy is but here we are in Europe. We're not at the Americas bracket just yet. There are 5 tasks, 200 points each, for a grand total of 1,000 points up for grabs. Jeremy and Layla, our judges in the background, are there, and they are the ones that are going to be judging whether they are cream of the crop or just bad. From there, task 1 and 2, accuracy and coverage. Are they cleaning this data so it's squeaky clean? Have they left any gaps? Then from there, 3, 4, and 5, they are scoring their reasoning, where Jeremy and Layla use their expertise to say, this is the kind of company that requires this kind of ICP, and these are the signals you should go for. That is my favorite part of it, is like what signal they go for. And I'm interested to see where Ruben and Leszek differ here.
Oh, I love it. I love it. What's on your mind? You know, a question that may be on your mind is, what happens if they don't finish a task? Well, they don't get points. That's how it works. So we care about speed, and we also care about comprehensiveness. Let's say there's a tie. Time is the tiebreaker. Whoever submitted them first and completed the task better, according to our judges, would win that tiebreaker. And time is a factor here because the first person to submit one of those stages will get 50 bonus points. And we've seen this in the last 2 brackets. This is actually made or break some of these competitors, man. It's interesting strategies that they have taken. Any thoughts you want to add on that? You let out a little sigh. I want to hear your thoughts here.
It's made or braid indeed. Made or braid. No, it does make or break essentially a cup run here. And it's interesting to know that like our competitors have always known that in order to make this a game, a big part of Clay Cup is the speed aspect of it. And it seems that the speed aspect really separated round 1 and had quite a bit of impact for round 2 as well.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, up next, what are the rules that competitors are going to follow? Very similar rules to our previous round. They have to live inside of Clay. They're not using external AI tools. They are building inside of Clay only. Everything in Clay is free game except for Sculptor. Sculptor's gotten so good. Shout out to the engineers at Clay. But we are testing competitors' skill set, not how good our own agent is. Those are the 2 kind of main deciding factors our competitors are going to be focusing on. But however, we do have 3 other important ones that they have to keep in mind as well. And what are those?
Hell yeah, we have cameras and screens being monitored by people in the Clay office to ensure that everything is fair. Again, we love our Clay community, so it's not much of a panopticon, it's more of a fan-opticon. Then we have no AI tools or terminals being used. This is a fully Clay native build for our contestants here. And finally, once they hit submit, that is it. No regrets, no take backsies. That is their scoring done. It goes off to Jeremy and Layla, and they will score them live during the round.
That is right. No take backsies, as they say. This is important, and it's almost as important as 2,000 free credits that you could get if you sign up for Clay. They made me say it. They made me say this, but seriously, Clay's a great product. Sign up, you get 2,000 free points on a trial. What else do we have?
We have the Clay Slack community. Again, this is an incredible place to learn. This is an incredible place to make friends, to become an influencer yourself. We have more than 30,000 people in the Slay community. People are slaying in there in the Clay community. I've actually made lifelong friends here, and I went to a wedding last month from someone who I met in the Clay community. So join us. It's amazing. It's an amazing place full of amazing people.
Yes, you'll have a blast. And we're about to have another blast because we have 2 competitors today. They're from the Europe bracket, but they competed in the last round against 4 other people. And we should take a look, before we introduce them, we should take a look and see how they made it here. Just tooth and nail fighting. How did they get here? Let's take a quick look at how last round went for these 2 competitors.
Clay Cup has just entered the 3rd round of the year, and it's a long way from where it started. 128 people entered, was narrowed down to 17 competitors, all of them competing for a grand prize of $50,000. Only 8 of those 17 made it out during round 3. Europe was the biggest bracket of the day. We had Ruben, Max, Leszek, Alfredo, and Sophia all given the same 20 minutes to build an entire recruiting event inside Clay. This meant finding a venue that people would actually show up to, a company that was genuinely hiring, and candidates worth inviting. Plus, writing outbound that pulled all of this together. This is how round 3 went. Ruben was first on the board and first into the lead, but the whole leaderboard sat inside 200 points from the opening stretch. 5 competitors with almost nothing between them. Everybody else jumped between both puzzles while Ruben stayed on one and went deep. And in the short term, that cost him because by the 7-minute mark, he had slipped into 3rd place, almost in the elimination zone. Leszek was in front with 700 points, with the top 3 all tied at 1 point. Leszek kept going to 1,000 and then to 1,400, while down at the bottom Sophia and Alfredo were the 2 sitting in the elimination zone. As the 10-minute cut came up, neither of them found a way out in time. So Alfredo went out on 400 and Sophia on 3. That left Max on his own in the zone at 700 points. And he had been stuck there since the 7-minute mark and he never moved again. Then Ruben's patience paid off because he finished the venue puzzle, jumped to 1,700 points and took the lead back off Leszek. And from there he worked the candidate search until his answers came back scoring, taking it all the way to 2,800 points, the highest score anyone put up all day. While Leszek finished the round on 1,800 points and Max on 7. So Ruben finished first and Leszek took the 2nd seed through to the quarterfinals. Max, Alfredo, and Sophia went home. But you can watch the quarterfinals live on August 21st at claycup.com. We'll see you there.
We are back. You kept saying like, oh, this is a blast, and that was a blast from the past, reliving our glory days to see how Ruben and Leszek both made it over to here. And we are joined by both of them. Ruben rocking that amazing bit of clay merch there, the Clay Cup jersey, looking great. Leszek, without the jersey, still looks great too anyway.
Amazing. Yes, here are those 2 competitors who made it all the way to the quarterfinals. Let's say hello. Give everyone a warm welcome in the chat as well. Ruben, happy Friday. How are you feeling before this round? Tell us about it. Tell us what's going on.
Hey, Owen. Hey, Munawar. Super excited. Yeah, a little bit stressed as well. I'm looking forward to the weekend, actually, after this. Yeah.
Nice. We love it. Aren't we all, right? But hey, it's going to be a great round. Leszek, what's going on over there, man? How are you feeling? Ruben's feeling good, feeling a little stressed. How's Leszek feeling? You're looking like you got this just under control, but how are you really feeling? Tell us about it.
Yeah, honestly, feeling pretty good. I am joined here today actually by my assistant coach, whose name is Kaitek. Oh, hello.
Hey, Kaitek.
We live together. He's been helping me out with clay. So yeah, feeling pretty good. Excited. Can't wait to do it.
Amazing.
Last time Leszek had was at a company retreat and told everyone, go on without me. Do the company retreat stuff without me. I've got some business to take care of. And my goodness, did he take care of business, as did Ruben, ending top of the bracket last round. Now comes the exciting part. Ruben and Leszek, you know what we're going to ask you to do. Raise those hands in the air like you just don't care. We are getting ready to drop those links in the chat.
Yes. Ruben, put those hands in the air. Thank you, sir. Amazing. Our back-end team that seriously wouldn't be possible without our team, our amazing community team. Sia, Shreya, massive shout out. They're sending those links right now. And then give us a thumb.
Raise your thumbs when you can get into the workspace. Yeah.
Amazing.
All thumbs up. Okay. Let's do a 5-second countdown, Owen, to get these boys ready and going.
Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's play.
And go. Amazing. So as a reminder, folks, competitors have 25 minutes this round to complete those 5 tasks. Those 5 tasks, we'll get into more detail, but cleaning data. They have to then find ICP accounts within that data. They then have to score those accounts. They have to find contacts at those accounts, and they have to draft outbound. There's a lot. There's a lot to do in general. We haven't seen anyone really make it. Yes, no one has finished it, and so maybe we'll see it this round. But how are you feeling, Manowar, as we approach this new bracket?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm looking at the brief here for what they have to do, what the company is that they're looking at. The company that they're looking at this time is called Meridian, and what they're doing is it's a compliance company. Whether you have to deal with SOC 2, SOC 3, SOC 4, GDPR, or ISO certification, you need to ensure that you are compliant. And this is what the company that they're representing is doing. So the kinds of companies they're looking for are what, Owen?
Yeah. So let's look into my screen just to show the brief that we give each competitor in this bracket, just so you can get a real feel. You can find all the sock compliance you need. You can find all the socks. You can fill your drawer with all those socks.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. Owen is getting some technical issues here, but again, they have 2,000 companies roughly to clean up. Again, what we've asked them to do is to first clean that data. So the kind of data that they're looking for, they want a final domain. I've said this before. A website is an essential input to most enrichments out there because you're differentiating from other companies. The second thing is the company description. The third thing is the final headquarters of that country. We want the full country name. We don't want abbreviations, nor do we want states, because that sometimes happens. And finally, the employee count band, 0 to 500, 500 to 1,000, or 1,000 plus. The reason why we added in the employee count is because if you are a company that is caring about compliance, you're probably dealing with enterprise software. You're probably going to be a slightly bigger company because you want to work with the bigger companies. And so these are some of the things that they'll be looking for in the first round. Owen, how's your internet there? How's your technical difficulties? Are you back?
Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, amazing. We are back. I am so glad we are back. I really missed everyone. Amazing. Well, as we figured that out, we are taking a look and seeing what our contestants are working on right now. It was a great explanation of what is happening. It looks like we have Ruben, who is still reading over that first brief. Again, Meridian. It's a compliance platform. All the socks that you need, making sure that you're compliant. He has, again, the first task that they're given, they have to clean data. So what are some of those data points that they're going to care about and want to clean up? Well, they're pretty typical, but let's take a look and I will shout out what they have to do. Again, they're finding domains for all of the companies, finding company descriptions. They're finding where this company is headquartered. And this is a new one. What is the employee count band? That kind of gives us an idea of what stage the company is at. And without having to, enrich the revenue, enrich fundraising, you can kind of get a guess at, how much are they spending in certain places based on that employee count band. And so those are the 4 data points that our competitors are starting with cleaning. Both of our contestants have not submitted yet. It looks like Ruben he has his data in his clay table. As we can see on Ruben's screen, he's going through and he's just merging that domain waterfall into the final domain column. That's one of the things that we've seen is interesting. There's so many different ways to get data points, right? One of the ways you can get a domain using Google. One of them using AI. But my personal favorite that I would go for, just because it has the most amount of coverage, is our waterfall. And a waterfall simply checks multiple data providers. That's what gives it the most coverage. But that is what is on my mind as I'm looking at Ruben's screen. Let's take a look and see where Leszek is at. It looks like Leszek might be running. We might be talking to him behind the scenes, making sure he's good to go. But Manowar, what's on your mind? Any fun thoughts with Ruben going off right now? What's up?
I'm so glad your sock full of drawers thing came in before your technical issues. That would have been upsetting if we didn't get to hear that piece of magic. But yes, Ruben is flying ahead. I find, again, it's almost like a tiered system of difficulty here. Like the first task is the easiest task. There's just a lot of things to do. And it's kind of wild to say at this point in 2026, the easiest thing, the easiest money, the easiest and quickest task you can do for your go-to-market infrastructure is cleaning data. This is something that used to take weeks, hours, months. You would have to hire 1, 2, 3 people to do it. And these days you can clean a 2,000 record in about less than 5 minutes, as our contestants are demonstrating here. They've gone through 2 of the 4 criteria that they need to clean up. And it looks like that there are some that are going to be close to submitting soon.
Yes, excited to see it. We last time around, the first stage took roughly 7 minutes, give or take a few. And I'm excited to see. Oh, Ruben just submitted his stage 1. He's done with cleaning data. Ruben's good to go. Amazing. He's now moving on to that second task, which is, now that all this data is squeaky clean, let's find those relevant accounts in that list. That's what he's doing right now. But let's take a look at my screen to determine what does it mean to be a relevant account for Meridian. With compliance. So what makes it ICP fit account? Well, they work with a lot of European customers. Europeans love the security. They want to feel secure.
I think is Owen. Are you
Hello?
having technical issues again? Okay, I'll just finish off what Owen was saying there. Again, we have three signals that we want them to look for. One, are they working with a European company? I live in Europe. I've worked for European companies before. GDPR is huge. Data security is huge for understandable reasons. And that is one of the things that are most that's one of the things that's most difficult for people, for American companies to work with Europeans. The second thing that they have to do is have a relevant live job posting that's either compliance or security related. If we have a security or compliance related individual at the company, that means like, hey, these people are thinking about this. Maybe Meridian can come in and make that easier. And the final thing is, has their headcount grown by at least 10% in the last 6 months? This is like the sign of a hungry, growing company. So as we continue to look at like Leszek's screen here, he's really looking at the task. He's making sure that he's getting everything in. He still hasn't submitted his first round task. He strikes me as someone that's trying to be a bit careful. Here he is. He's just about to submit. I can see this. He's sorting the columns that the judges have to see. One of the things that we ask people to do in the brief is make sure that the judge's job is easy by creating a separate view. And this is the same, something you can do in Clay. Like if you're working with numerous people, create your own view so that your data doesn't come up messy on someone else's screen. If we look over to Ruben, he is looking at his, oh, here he is. He's working hard on number 2, and here he is running a European customer datafall. Not even a waterfall. He's running a European AI column. So he's just checking like, okay, are there European companies as customers for this company? One of the ways this is going to happen is, one, they scrape for use cases on the website. Look at logos. Are there European logos on the company's website? This is a good sign for the AI column to say like, yes, this is definitely an ICP, or no. There's other things that the AI columns are probably scraping for that makes it pretty difficult. He's not yet looking at the live job postings. That's just one of the many enrichments that you have in Clay. You can look at job postings for these websites, and you can see, are they growing or are they not? Once he's found these 3 things, European companies, relevant live job postings, and whether the headcount has grown by at least 10%, again, there's a native enrichment in Clay that allows you to check this, then he'll be able to submit, and the judges are able to validate whether that was good. Ruben. Okay, yeah, that's good. Give me a second. Sorry, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Give us a second. Okay. Folks at home, I've just been told by the back staff that we are going to add 5 extra minutes to this round because we've experienced technical difficulties for our contestants as well as Owen. We're doing this live. This is the thing that I was always scared would happen, but it doesn't matter because we have contingencies plans on top of contingencies plans. We are planners.
Yo.
Owen,
okay,
you're back.
We are back.
Yo-yoing in and out of the chat and yo-yoing as you come into the chat. I love it. Welcome
my
back,
gosh.
my friend.
Thank you. It feels so good to be back. I missed you all. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. There's a lot that's happened. We have 5 additional minutes on the clock. We have a few people submitting their answers so far. Ruben's really taking the lead here. I was able to look at that. But yeah, so good to be back. It feels good to be back with you. Now that we're back and situated, what's been going on? Let's take a look. So Leszek has already submitted his second. He just submitted his second
so he
stage.
just got his extra 50 points. So
He did.
whilst his first one is still being judged, his second one will be judged probably about 3, 4, 5 minutes out from now. But that's helped him get back into the game. I just informed the audience, for those who are just joining now, there was a little bit of technical issues with the clay table. So some extra time has been added for our contestants for fairness. And this may actually enable them get to the final round, which is like outbound, which would be insane to see.
Oh my gosh.
Part of the joy of designing this, Owen, is we designed these to be extra long. Better to have too much to do than too little. But every now and then someone doesn't make it to the final round. And I'm like, yo, I want to see how you would have handled that.
Yes. We want to see that beautiful outbound. How are you getting meetings booked? We want to see that. But we'll have to see, because, I mean, I have a feeling it might happen. Leszek has been hauling here. He got his points in. It's now 240 points to 240 points. One person, this is tight. This is really tight. Let's see what Leszek is up to. Leszek is he's finding contacts at a company right now. He's looking for VP directors or heads of teams, and he is currently on the scoring model. So I have a feeling he is going to be using this to evaluate. This either could be used as his custom. Yeah, this is going to be his custom signal. I take it. That's my assumption here. I don't know what you think, but he's going to use that active job or finding contacts at a company to determine who to actually reach out to eventually. But
I mean, this is also one of the criteria, Owen, for this specific round that we did as well.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Yes, it is.
So they have the security or compliance like jobs that they have to reach out to them and figure out, like, okay, if they care about compliance, they will already hire a security and compliance individual.
Nice.
And he's using both. Find active job openings, find contacts at company, and also using AI. He's really covering his bases here.
He is. Let's see how that pays off for him. Let's see what Ruben is up to as well. Ruben's
swift.
Yeah, currently looking through the third task. Again, what is the task at hand? Creating a signal, scoring, ranking the companies, and making sure that is all in Clay. I think he's using Arc, the browser Arc. Manoa, do you know that browser?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And again, they don't pay us, so we don't. No, I'm joking.
Right.
No, I'm joking.
I love
I'm
it.
Joking. It's a good browser. I really enjoy the fact that we have so many contestants who. The one thing that they've been really good at, which I've noticed, and for folks at home, people who want to be GTMEs of the year 2027, people who want to enter Clay Cup next year, scoring is so important in the go-to-market world. You need to know, like, clearing up the noise. You have 10,000, 100,000, 1 million accounts in your CRM.
Right.
How do you decide who to go for first? And a lot of people have made I've seen some incredible scoring models out there, and they're trying to make one in less than 5 minutes here to get through to the next task. And it's really incredible how quickly they're just like, yep, cool, I've got this. I'm just going to create a scoring algorithm, and put this into the AI column, and let's figure it out from there.
And that's currently what Ruben is up to right now. He's just telling this AI column to say, hey, score this for me. I use all the data in this table and just tell me, is it a strong account to reach out for, given the context of this company, Meridian? So let's see how that ends up working out for him compared to Leszek. Amazing. We just heard from our team that Leszek has completed his third stage. So he got those bonus points. Our judges are still determining what that final score is for Virginia ICP. You have a cheeky look on your face, Manoa. What's on your mind?
It is wild to me how fast this man is. Like, actually, our European bracket in the round of 32 and round of 16, I think Ruben and Leszek were up there with like the fastest in the whole tournament. And I think this is something that, like, we might be able to see play out in the semifinals and the finals. It's a shame that we can't send both of these guys through to the next round. But right now, in a battle of speed and wits, Leszek just raised his eyebrow because he's on top.
Nice. Yes, he is on top. And if he stays on top, he will make it to our semifinals, which are on September 29th. And Manoa and I will be in New York City hosting those. And whoever makes it past the semifinals get to compete on stage at Sculpt, which is Clay's conference, for $50,000. I can't imagine the judges right now are under some pressure, but I can't even imagine in front of an audience on a stage, the judge is going to have to come up with a decision. it's going to be crazy what we're working towards.
It is honestly, Sculpt last year was the highlight of my clay career, like thus far. Standing on stage next to you, next to our contestants,
yes.
In front of a live audience, there was hundreds of people. This time, there's probably going to be upwards of 1,000 watching people. $50,000 will change someone's life. Like, I cannot express this enough. I have tried to siphon that money into my own bank account to save, to change my own life. But unfortunately, that's not the way it works. And Ruben and Leszek, I mean, they could be one of those people that ends up in the final on that day. The semifinals is going to be really exciting because it's like you have one person from Europe, one person from the Americas, one person from Australia now, and one person from Asia, and they're carrying the hopes and dreams of their relative continents. And like, the World Cup just happened, and I just love it. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, it's truly a global competition. It's so good to see everyone come together and compete and where people's skills spike. But with that being said, Ruben is still working on this third task. He's trying to get a scoring model going. He is using another AI column here. He's using IC Pivot Score, but he's missing some of those inputs. We want to make sure those inputs are in there so the AI column can run. So that might be giving him a little bit of trouble. You can see he's narrowed down to roughly 51 companies out of almost upwards of 1,500 companies that we gave him. He's now figured out what are 10 in his view right now that he just filtered to that are great to reach out to. And just being able to do that in like 10 minutes is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. It's quite impressive. And so I am rooting for the underdog Ruben to come back and get some of those bonus points for maybe the fourth stage. But
rooting for Ruben as he's shooting, there we go.
Something. It's a great sandwich, but is it a great clay table? That's the question. That's what's on everyone's mind.
I actually don't understand what that means. Like, I guess there's like a Reuben sandwich is what I'm imagining in the US.
Yeah. Reuben sandwich. Oh my gosh.
No idea what that means.
There's some delis in New York City that make amazing Reuben sandwiches. It's
so good. I wish it was a non sequitur. I wish it made like no sense at all. Leszek submitting. It doesn't make a croissant, but man, does he make a great table. Let's see what he's up to over here.
I love it. Analogies are great, man. My love languages are analogies. What's going on? What's up?
Okay, so he's gone to the people. He's got 3 people that he's decided are the decision makers. This is kind of wild. Like, has he? He has submitted so he's just on the contacts. He's really close to submitting. He has to. Oh, it's so interesting. There's a reasoning column.
Yes. He's doing it manually. He's typing it out himself. So this is what we left up for the competitors to do, actually. I was thinking about this last night as I was reading these briefs. I was like, we should just let them either generate it with AI or type it out themselves. And I'm so happy I saw someone finally type it out themselves and know that this context is strong. That gives me a lot of confidence in his score, but I'm curious what the judges have to say about that.
It's also like quite a reflection on one, like, so we have Sophie in our company who released guidelines for AI generated content within the company internally. And it's one of those things where it's gone viral on LinkedIn. And if you are producing AI written content, it has to be something that you stand behind, and also something that like you're able to understand completely. And Leszek is leaving AI out of the equation for his reasoning behind choosing these 3 people, and he's writing it himself. And that is like pretty phenomenal. It's also kind of confident that he's just submitted it and shown that he's that far ahead in speed that he can write his own stuff and still get on to the final task, which is outbound. Ruben is shortly not that far behind, but he's about 100 points behind in score. Let's hope that the people that he's chosen are that much better than Leszek's, so that he can since you're rooting for Ruben, that he can be shooting.
Right. Great sandwiches. Come on, you can't go wrong. But that's actually a great note on the AI writing piece. I love that, because another point in that article was that writing is a form of thinking. So as I write this manually, I really think through this entire problem manually. Whereas if you go and just one shot a document or a solution, you don't spend that time thinking and trying to put it into a sentence that you can stand behind and tell anyone and that they would understand it. And so that's one of my favorite parts from that as well. It's like you fully understand what you're doing. And that is what's great about Clay, is because once you do that a few times, you can figure out, okay, I fully understand this problem. I can now create a workflow or an automation to scale that thought process that I created. But there's still that first step of coming up with what are you really confident in first and doing that manually before you just automate and scale it, right?
Hell yeah.
That's something on my mind. But let's get back to our competitors. Amazing.
So it's really interesting. Like Ruben still has like a lot of people that he's filtering down to see whether he can find his final three. I think this is something that's going to slow him down as like Leszek is moving on to the outbound section. And again, for viewers at home, if Leszek makes it to the sequencer, he'll be able to get bonus points as well. So the 1,000-point limit, he can break that in this prompt, and he might be the only one to do it today. I'd be surprised if he makes it that far, but stranger things have happened. There's 8 minutes left. With that extra 5 minutes, I mean, they're flying. Owen, for the folks at home, what is a sequencer?
Oh my gosh, what a great question. A sequencer. Clay launched a sequencer a while back, and we're launching a new one. But what is it? Oh, it's a way you send emails at scale. So if I have a list of 10,000 people that I want to contact and say, hey, you're interested in my product, I could do that manually. However, that would take a lot of time. That would take a long time to send all 10,000 emails. So this email sequencer is something that sends these emails on behalf of you. And that's why we ask these competitors, what's really important is that the copy feels right and is personalized to this person. And they do that in a few different ways, but the point is they can generate personalized copy, like an email subject line and an email body for one contact, and then run it on 10,000 people if they really wanted to, but likely a smaller list, and then push all of this data, like the email, the person's first name, that email subject line, the email body, all to a sequencer. And that sequencer is the magic, it's the arm that actually sends out those emails, and so that the emails will land in your prospects' inboxes. Many different details there that we don't have time to cover now, but Clay just launched a sequencer a little bit ago, and it's fantastic, and that's why we added this into this round. People get bonus points if they're able to set it up in time, because our competitors would just be able to press launch campaign, and they just send these emails out, and they're able to come up with this in 25 or 30 minutes. Like, that is quite impressive, and I actually have a feeling that Leszek is going to be able to make it. Yeah, he already submitted. While I was talking, he has submitted.
He submitted everything. So Leszek is basically done with all the prompts. Ruben is still working through this. Owen, do you want to jump in and see what some of this outbound looks like?
Yes, let's take a look at my screen. We will look at Leszek's table. Let's see. So, as you can see on my screen, here's Leszek's workbook. He has an answer table. Here are all the accounts where he cleaned that data. Here's all of his people. And here's this new campaign. Something that is what we communicated to our judges is that they are going to go in and look at this view. So here we can see his subject line. Here we can see his body. Let's read this email together here. So, congrats on the new IAM role at SolarWinds, Roger. Okay, so he's reaching out to a guy named Roger. Whoa, I do see this though. Right off the bat, we see a little period here. That's okay. That would be points off in my book. We want to make sure that there's no period here. But it looks like he's using a job change signal because he's telling Roger, congrats on the new role. That's unique.
Oh, this is a really good way. I like this, actually.
Congrats on stepping into this new manager role at SolarWinds. Given your background scaling these programs, you know how fast this risk and compliance gaps pile up. Okay, that's not bad. It does read, I mean, this sentence could be relatively generic. Like, you could just hard code this.
I think two years ago, this is really, really strong. In 2026, it's a bit generic, but what I would say is the signal used of like, you are now new in this role is actually quite a good one. I like that. That's one of the things I like most.
Yes.
When I joined Clay, a lot of people reached out. I felt very special. I'm like, oh.
right.
Oh my goodness.
Right. No, and I've seen online too, people, because now that it's working, this signal works, people, as soon as they change a job, they almost expect a bunch of inbound because people are monitoring this. And so it does matter being able to add certain details in to cut through that noise. Like, it would have been sweet to talk about his background in scaling these programs. I mean, he was specific of the type of program, but we probably could have gone a little bit deeper there. But let's take a look at our other emails. governing age and identity.
Just while you're looking over this, I'm just gonna like highlight that Ruben is like also very close to finishing. He's finishing up his outbound here. I don't know if he's gonna get the bonus points from the sequencer, but he's very close to writing the outbound. And I noticed here he says in his outbound, don't put any M dashes, just the email. He's ensuring that it sounds less AI-y. And I'm hoping that pays up for him because he's quite far behind.
He is.
He's quite far behind.
He is. But we are down to our last 45 seconds. There are a few things that are still waiting to be judged. I'm so excited to see this outbound score come back. He already broke 1,000 points here, which is quite impressive. That's what those bonus points got him over the line there. Ruben just jumped up to 785 points with a full 200 on his contacts list. So our judges are very happy with the people that Ruben decided to reach out to. But let's see. I have a feeling he's not going to be able to get this done. 20 seconds left. Would be a little hard. But let's see what he can do. He's currently trying to get this column set up, but I mean, we're already down to our last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
0.
We're done. Wow.
Oh my goodness, my cat just leapt out of his chair. He's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that was a pretty electric round. I don't know about you, Owen. How are you feeling?
Oh my gosh. I'm feeling good. I'm just happy to be back in the stream. I was scared for a second that we were going to be gone, but we're back and we're back better than ever. Was so great to see someone actually complete the outbound task as well.
I didn't think it would happen. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty glad that like someone finished the outbound task. I didn't think anyone would get to it today, but again, there you go. Enough for us to learn, and we need to make the next round even harder. Second thing is, I just wanted to apologize to viewers at home. We lost the stream for a little bit. There were some technical difficulties, but we are back and stronger than ever. And we are going to go over to Ruben and Leszek here just to hear some thoughts. Ruben, first up, how are you feeling? How did that go? Was there anything that tripped you up? You were flying through a lot of these.
Yeah, who won? Because I can't see anything.
We are going to reveal that momentarily.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it was interesting, complex, interesting, fun to do. Lots of moving parts, lots of details you had to take into account, but a fun exercise to do. Yes.
Nice, wonderful.
Amazing.
And Leszek, you are the first person to have finished. How do you do it? How are you so quick? You used to play video games or something?
Yeah,
this is your APM is crazy.
I was a challenger in League of Legends, just so you know. So this is why the hunts are so fast. And honestly, I thought I had like 5 minutes less than I had because of the false start that we had. So it's like go, and I finished earlier than I needed to. So I was surprised seeing that there are like 4 minutes left still. So yeah, but yeah, happy.
Yeah, and obviously
Amazing.
we can obviously reveal that the winner is Leszek. Leszek, congratulations again. This is very sad and a very happy moment for Owen and myself. How does it feel just to make it through to the next round?
Feels good. Today it is Europe that won. So Europe in the quarterfinals. Matters. Thank you, Ruben. And yeah, I will make sure to bring the cup home this year.
Oh, we love the
that
energy.
Confidence.
We love it.
We're going to just speak to our judges very quickly to see how they scored this. They were, as hard as this was for Ruben and Leszek, I actually think, Owen, that this was a pretty tough round for the judges because they were flying.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot to look over in a short amount of time. Jeremy, we'll start with you, man. How did judging go? How do you feel? Was there anything that really stood out to you with either of the competitors?
Oh, guys, I'm sweating a little. It was intense. That's the first time I think. I think they are the first one, both of them, to go that far and have such scores. So congrats to both. and yeah, it was a lot of work for us as judges on that round. I think globally they were both very good, and once more I think speed served let's check this time. I would say if I had to criticize a little why every turn, every round, I would put a little less points to Lecce, is because he relies a little too much, to my taste, on AI, just like AI do that. But that works pretty well, and that allows him to be super fast. So I think it was a winning strategy, and the final output is quite good. The copy is a bit lazy, but yeah, same. He reached that point, so well done.
Amazing.
Wonderful. And Layla, again, I saw it's coming nighttime for all of us here in Europe, and I think you're in Turkey right now. How?
Yeah, I am.
Like what was something that you felt that like Ruben did really well that he could have like pushed a bit further, or something that like tripped him up in that last round?
Just timing. I think he was amazing. Everything he built so far, both of them were amazing. I just checked all the columns they created. I don't see anything like obvious. Oh, they shouldn't have done that, or they should have been more careful. None of them. Both were amazing GTM engineers, obviously. And Ruben, it's just I think with Clay Cup you just have to be fast. That's the thing. And he was fast. He did the fourth round too, but that's the thing, I guess, like Europe is good at this. Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty impressive what Europe's able to do. Every clay club I go to in Europe, again, we have 90 clay clubs around the world where people meet up every quarter in cities all around Europe, Africa, Asia. And when I step into these rooms, I am both amazed at how amazing everyone is in that room at Go-to-Market Engineering, and ashamed at all the things I don't know. But it's really cool. Layla, Jeremy, thank you so much for your words here, and we're gonna rely on you one more time for the final bracket, which would be the Americas. Owen, thoughts?
Yes. Oh my gosh, so many thoughts. But the biggest thought on my mind is, will someone from the America bracket see these 3 previous rounds and say, hey, speed is really a factor? And I'm curious if we will see in the next round both people making it to the outbound section. So with that being said, thank you for everyone for watching. We will be back in about 10 minutes with our next bracket, so don't go anywhere. We will be back super shortly with the Americas bracket. One last round for our quarterfinals to determine who will make it to the semifinals and ultimately have the chance to win $50,000. We will see you all soon. Take care.
Ciao, everyone.
Last year, go-to-market engineers across the globe were given 20 minutes to turn any go-to-market idea into reality. 32 countries competed in front of a live audience for the very first Clay Cup. Barcelona, London, New York, Delhi, Karachi, Manila, Buenos Aires, Amsterdam, Lisbon. This year, the competition is even bigger. instead of walking away with $10,000. This year's winner will take home $50,000.
50K?
50,000?
How did it feel last year to watch this?
It was actually insane.
I think some of the things that they were doing would take me like a week or weeks even.
More applicants, bigger crowds, 6 rounds, 1 grand prize, and the title of the best go-to-market engineer of 2026. Are you ready?
Hello.
What's up, folks? We are back. I tried to grab our cat for Sabrina and Josh. Sabrina's a huge cat person, and she's like, when you go to stream, show the cat. And he's not having it, unfortunately. But that's totally fine. I have pulled the table down. I was standing this whole time for 3 hours. My back's going out, so I'm going to sit for this one. But that doesn't reduce my excitement. My name is Manohar. I am a part of the community team here at Clay.
And my name's Owen. I'm part of the studio team here at Clay. And I think you're okay sitting down because this is going to be a crazy round. You might need to be seated for this. Speaking of that, we have something really special for you today. We're in the quarterfinals of this massive thing called Clay Cup. Well, Clay Cup is a competition where people use clay to solve business problems, and they're scored on how well they can do that. But today, we have 8 people who have been narrowed down from a population of over 200 different companies. And so far today, we've seen 3 other brackets go through. It's been heartbreaking to see some people not be able to make it through. But today, right now, I should say, we are on our final bracket. And who is that final bracket?
Oh my goodness. Again, this is truly a global competition. We have seen Europe, Asia, and rest of the world go head-to-head for their final champions that will go to the semifinals. So we have Leszek is through, Ben is through, Avik is through, and to see who the final place for the semifinal is, we have Sabrina versus Josh for this final bracket. They're both backstage somewhere in the world, in the US of A, and they are both nervous, but I'm hoping that they are also going to have a good time. But Owen, question for you. What are they going to do to prove their worth today?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. It's such a great question. Today, it looks a little bit different than the last round. This round, they have 5 tasks they're going to need to complete. They're given a bunch of company data that's messy, and they need to clean it up. That means deduplicating data. That means if there's missing data points, they need to fill in those data points and get a nice squeaky clean data set that they can then use in more upcoming stages. What do they do with that squeaky clean data?
Good question, Owen. I love it when you ask it. After that, they have to find their ICP. And the ICP, again, just because a company can use your product doesn't mean that they will or should use their product. So you have to start to narrow it down. And the way you do that is by using criteria that we provide and then enrich that data to narrow it down ever so slightly more.
Yes. And after they've narrowed, so they cleaned the data, they've narrowed it down to people who are a good fit to reach out to, then they have to prioritize those good fit accounts. And they do that by creating a scoring model and creating at least one custom signal in Clay. Once they do all of that, they narrow it down to 10 companies that they should reach out to and prioritize. And what do they have to do with those 10 companies?
Oh, after that, they have to reach out to people at those companies because, again, we're not reaching out to inanimate objects. We're reaching out to people. In a former life, I would have been a BDR or an SDR because I love a cold call. When people cold call me, they end up hanging up. It's terrible. And then after that, and what do they have to do?
Nice. Yes. After that, they have beautiful people to reach out to. They need to send some beautiful messaging to them. Again, this is 2026. We're not sending smoke signals trying to signal that someone should use our product. We are sending emails in this task. So they are tasked with generating email subjects and email subject lines and email bodies for those 3 final contestant or candidates that they want to reach out to and pitch the product. That's what today is going to look like for this round. We have the Americas bracket, but my question to you is, how do they get points?
It's a really good question. Again, today is not just about Sabrina, not just about Josh, not even just about me and Owen right here. We have Jeremy and Layla in the background. They are hosts of 2 clay clubs in Europe and in the US. And what they're going to do is they're going to be scoring here. So the pressure's on. They have 5 tasks. Each task is worth 200 points. And there's some bonus points if they get to the sequencer round. There's only been one person that's done that today, and that was Leszek. A speed demon. After that, the first 2 tasks, again, they're about cleaning the data. It's about accuracy. It's about coverage. Task 3, 4, and 5, it's a little more subjective. They need to figure out what are the best signals to figure out the ICP, who do we reach out to, and what is the outbound that we're going to write. And that's where Jeremy and Layla really hit their stride.
Yes, it's a balance of subjectivity and objectivity here. And it's been an interesting route. So we have it's going to be great. Stick around, because if they don't finish a task, they get 0 points. And if both people finish all the tasks, whoever finished that task first wins. It's all based on time. This is Clay Cup. People are given 20 minutes to do all of those tasks. That's a lot in a short amount of time. And 50 bonus points to whoever submits the stage first. So that gives you a little bit of a feel into how points are going to appear on the scoreboard. But what are some of the rules our competitors going to have to follow? They are going to have to follow some rules that are similar to the last round. First one, competitors must build in Clay. This is a Clay-focused round. No external AI tools. This is about how well can you use Clay in the products. That means no CLI either. And within Clay, everything is free game except for Sculptor. We want to test the competitor's ability to do all of these tasks, not AI's ability. We know AI is pretty good. It's pretty fun. People are talking about it, but we want to focus on our competitors. How good are they at doing these specific tasks? And there's a few other rules that they have to keep in mind. What are those?
Well, what they have to do is realize that their camera and their screens are being shared at all times. And these are being tracked by numerous people in the Clay offices in New York. Right now, I mean, I can even go and check their screen. I can go and check their cameras now if I so wished. So it's pretty tight. So we're doing this just to ensure that everything is fair. But we know that Josh and Sabrina, they're model citizens. They would never cheat. And they actually can't. So that's always the fun part. The second thing is they can't use any external AI tools or agents. This is a fully Clay native build. And finally, once they hit submit, that's it. There's only one way forward in life, and that's forward. There's no looking back.
I love that. I love that. The only constant in life is change, if you will. Okay, enough of that. You can get 2,000 free credits if you sign up for Clay now. I imagine most of us already have a Clay account. We already know what's going on. It's Clay Cup. We know what Clay is. We use it. Well, if you don't, feel free to scan this QR code, 2,000 free credits right in your workspace.
And then we have the Slack community.
Yes.
This is the place where our champions live. This is where a lot of them learned their trade. There are jobs posted. There are workflows posted. There are friends posted. Join the workspace. That's where we live. It's really excited to see you there.
Yes, this community is so great. One of our contestants even has a watch party going on in their local city cheering them on. But before we figure out who that contestant is and before we introduce our competitors, let's see how our competitors got to the quarterfinals. We have a short video for you that will go through what happened last round.
Oh, love a highlight.
Clay Cup has just entered its 3rd round of the year, and it's a long way from where this started. The 128 people who entered are now narrowed down to 17, and they all competed for $50,000 in round 3, which happened in July. Only 8 of those 17 made it out, and the America bracket closed the whole thing out. We had Josh from Phoenix, Sabrina, Arsh, and Giselle all given the same 20 minutes to build an entire recruiting event inside Clay. This meant finding a venue people would actually show up to, a company that was actually hiring, the candidates worth inviting, and then writing the outbound that pulled all of it together. This is how round 3 went. 2 minutes in, Josh was the only competitor on the board, but that did not last because by the 5-minute mark, Giselle had taken 1st place and Sabrina was the one sitting in 4th, down in the elimination zone. On 100 points, then she landed one big jump and came straight out of the zone into 2nd place, which pushed Arsh down to 3rd and left Giselle at the bottom. And when the 10-minute cut arrived, we had to say goodbye to Giselle because she was at the bottom with 200 points. From there, it turned into a 2-person race because Josh and Sabrina were dead level at 800 1,200 points. And then Sabrina jumped to 1,200 and took first place off him. And although Josh matched her a minute and a half later, he never got back in front. Sabrina closed out the company puzzle on her way to 1,500 points and kept climbing, while Arsh spent the back half of the round stuck on 300 points. And with under a minute left, she pulled herself up to 500 points, which was never going to be enough. Sabrina finished at 1,800 points, Josh at 1,400 points, and Arsh on 500 points. So Sabrina finished in first place, Josh took the second seat, and both of them have a seat in the quarterfinals. You can all watch this quarterfinals match live on August 21st at claycup.com. We'll see you there.
Wow.
And we are back. Man, those highlights always, they bring me back to a better time, you know? Like the round of 16 was great. There were so many more people. There were so many more people still in the tournament. I hate the fact that like at the end of this tournament, there will only be one champion. I wish we could just have like so many champions. But actually, Sabrina and Josh know this. Everyone else in the other brackets know this, that like they're all champions in their own way.
Yes, they are.
And with that, let's start here with Sabrina here. How are you doing? How are you feeling? We know there's a watch party here that's like out there cheering you on.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can hear them.
Yes.
I can hear them. It's exhilarating.
There's that watch
I'm
party.
so excited.
Let's go. We love it. There's the watch party on screen. That's our Clay community showing up. But amazing, Sabrina. You're feeling good today? Any words that you want to say to the audience before we dive into this?
No words to say to the audience. Just wish me luck, please, everybody. And good luck, Josh.
Let's go. Amazing. Love the friendliness.
That's really sweet. That's so cool as well. Like Josh, you just had Sabrina say good luck to you as well. What are your thoughts? How have you prepared for this quarterfinal?
Yeah, first of all, good luck to Sabrina as well. And I just practicing, right? Like fast and furious practicing and hoping for the best.
I love it.
Nice.
I love it. That's all you can do sometimes.
We have confirmation that you've both been added to the workspace. Can you just like double check that that's the case? And just quickly give us a thumbs up as soon as you can confirm it.
Amazing.
Yep.
Sabrina, we got a thumbs up. Amazing.
Great. Wonderful. Okay, so hands up. We're going to do a 5-second countdown, and then we're going to get started. So 5, 4,
3, 2, 1, and let's go. Amazing. The final round, or the final bracket for quarterfinals has just begun. This is quite exciting. I'm really excited to see if they're going to be able to make it to the outbound section. But before we get too far, there's this thing above me. It has some colors and it has some circles and shapes on it. What is that? It's a scoreboard. This is where our competitors' scores will be populating. As Manowar mentioned, we have judges that will be populating these scores. But this sequence of 5 circles, those are the stages. Remember, cleaning data, finding the ICP, we have scoring, we have finding people again, and we have finally the outbound as well. And so they will tell us when they are done with each of those tasks, and that circle will fill in into be purple. And then total number of points is on the far left, and points per section will be on the right as our judges populate that. But that's enough of me rambling about this scoreboard that will change in the future. Manowar, how are you doing? This is our last round, man. This is
our last round. It's you know what's crazy? Like there's some people who like message me or chat to me. I've actually sent this through to my family now. Like I actually don't let them watch the first couple of brackets because I feel I don't want the extra pressure. Now they're watching. I'm like, hey mom, how are you doing? Assalamu alaikum. It's good to see you, mom. There's so much work that goes into this. Like people don't understand how do you turn a software product that's a SaaS tool into a game. Well, we've done it with the help of so many people at Clay. Huge shout out to the support team that helps us test this.
Yes.
Huge shout out to Sia, who is our the third of the trio here. Huge shout out for Shreya for helping us with backend comms. This is like truly a huge team effort. And again, like massive shout out to you, Owen. Like I love that this is part of my job. My job is that I get to go online live, talk a bunch of stuff about clay tables with you. It is insane, and I love it.
Living the dream. What can I say? It's a good time to be talking clay all day. I love it. No, but seriously, it does take a lot of people to put this together. And so that's why these are so fun to watch happen in real time. Like, our systems are working. The entire scoring thing is based in clay. So people submit their answers in a clay table using HTTP API columns, which is nuts. But that's what...
Back to business.
Right. That is how we got here. What are our competitors working on right now? Well, they are focused on the cleaning data task. And this first task is they were hired.
Jump in about that.
Please,
yeah.
please.
Who is the company? Who is the company
Yes.
that's hiring them this time?
Right. Yes. So our competitors were hired by a company. This company is called Ridgeline. So Ridgeline is a cybersecurity company that helps engineering teams catch security risks in their software before they ship code. That makes sure that their code that they actually ship is good, it's quality, it doesn't have any bugs and security risks in it. So it's going to be a technical product. It's going to be a software company of some sort. Those are kind of the companies that I'm thinking of right away. The data that they have to clean in this first task for Ridgeline is just like our previous routes. They have to find the domain. They have to find the description. They have to find where the city that this company is headquartered in, and they have to find the country that this company is headquartered in as well. Clean all that data, put it in a nice column so our judges can give it a thumbs up. That's what our competitors are doing right now, and that is what the company they were hired at for this bracket is. What are some thoughts that you have about the company in general overall? This was one of the first briefs that we ended up designing.
This is the first brief that we made was this one, and I would say, like, much like my cat, companies are terrified of like data breaches, of being hacked, of any vital services being taken down. So there's a lot of companies like this out there. And so this is who is employing our competitors today. Again, as Owen already mentioned, again, it's that input, the final company domain. This is such a key input for so many enrichments in clay. If you don't have that, you're going to have a bad time. Company description, HQ city, and HQ country. This will become quite important later on. Again, the judges are scoring on accuracy and completion. 4, 5, 6 years ago, if you got like 50, 60, 70% completion in your CRM, you're actually doing pretty good. Today, 95% plus is the only acceptable standard. And the only way you get there is by using tools like clay.
Yes, it's true. The bar has been raised, and we are looking at some of the competitors who are really raising this bar and performing solutions for some of the clients in their day-to-day work. I know Josh runs an agency and he performs this for clients all the time. And so it's fun to see him take all of those thoughtful workflows that he performs for his agency and actually do it in a timed setting for the chance to win $50,000 nonetheless. But
speaking of timed settings, Josh is taking that time to heart, and he has submitted. Again, every single person has submitted the first task.
Yes,
around 5.5 minutes. The first person always kind of tends to do that, and so Josh is flying through this. Sabrina's still cleaning up before she.
Sabrina she actually just submitted, so they are neck and neck right now. That's within a few seconds. This is gonna be. I have a good feeling about this. This is gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Amazing. So one of the one of the things that we've seen for finding domains, there's a bunch of different ways you can get to the same result, and it kind of depends on do you have API keys that you could use, how many credits you want to spend, and where do you trust your data from. A few of these places that we've gotten this domain from are waterfalls. We've seen AI columns that take the company name and find the domain. We've also seen Google as a endpoint that you can hit and look and search through Google to find this domain as well. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. My personal favorite is going to be the waterfall because it has the most coverage. Over 250 plus data providers that Clay integrates with, and that is how you get that standard up to 95+%. But we are at
we don't work in sales, by the way. I just want to highlight this. We are not.
We're not selling anything. No.
Despite the fact that we dress like them, we don't work in sales. We're marketers. And with that being said, as we come along, it's quite interesting when we look at like the ICP draft that these people have to look for. So they have to find 3 things to narrow down these companies from a list of 2,000, roughly 2,000 accounts, down to probably like 300-400. And the things they're looking for is, does this company have more than 50 engineers? We are going for enterprise. We are going for the big bucks. Secondly, are they actively expanding their engineering team? Do they need help keeping things secure? And finally, do they have an office in EMEA? EMEA is Europe, Middle East, and Africa, for those who don't know. If you didn't know before, now you know. Owen, how are they doing so far?
Let's take a look and see how they're doing. Let's get our competitive screens up there. They are still cruising along and trying to complete this task. Let's see. Let's take a look and focus on Sabrina's table for a second. So she's looking at, she's creating a formula right now, and it looks like she is using an AI column. She just determined, do these companies have EMEA presence? So that is one of our criteria that we're looking for, and she's using an AI column to do that. I also liked how she's only running this on 10 rows at the beginning, because you want to make sure this works first before you run it on 1,200 accounts. As a reminder, these people in the third set, in the third task, they're going to be narrowing it down to 10 of these companies that they should prioritize. And out of 1,200 companies, like, that's nuts. You got to make sure things are working and things are accurate and comprehensive. So we can see that most of these companies in her table have EMEA presence with that AI column. And she just created a formula that lists off some of the country codes for, it looks like the locations of the offices is my guess, but we are also asking specifically that she returns the HQ country in its full name, not abbreviated name, because your CRM wants to have standard data. So that's how Sabrina is doing. Have you looked into how's Josh doing?
I've been looking at Josh. So Josh is using, again, the native integration of like finding job openings at their company. He's filled in the criteria, the filters. The filters here are great. He's used the filter to find engineering teams, to see whether they have engineering job openings and whether they have engineers at the company. So he's kind of flying through this one. I think he's probably not too far away from submitting.
Okay.
And you'll see that, again, despite Josh being the first to submit, the points are really, really close. Judges are still going. I see them scrutinizing the tables pretty harshly, but we'll see how this goes.
Yes, Layla has actually just scored both of the first tasks. She looked at Josh's clean data and Sabrina's clean data and decided that Josh didn't do as well of a job as Sabrina. It's a lot easier to think about these when we're comparing them against one another, like who got more or less points, because there's so many different ways to go about doing this. But whoever submits this next answer first will get those 50 bonus points, and that's a pattern that we've seen as a winning strategy for this game. So Jeremy just had his score in for Sabrina as well. Sabrina crushed this first data cleaning task. She did really well. 200 points is the maximum score that you can get, and Josh was submitted first, so he has this 50 bonus points.
Okay,
amazing.
So I mean, he got the 50 bonus points, and he's still 5 points behind Sabrina. So this is the first time that we've seen. Actually, the second time that we've seen this happen earlier in one of the rounds, where speed didn't necessarily come out on top here. And honestly, I've kind of been hoping to see a pattern like this. Sabrina's quite diligent here. She's going a bit deep, and ensuring that she's getting quality over speed. This has been pretty exciting. Sabrina is actually someone who's been pretty active in the go-to-market community, as has Josh. Follow them both on LinkedIn. They drop some banger content on there. And you might end up maybe sitting in their place next year for Clay Cup 2027.
Whew, maybe. But if you are sitting in their place next year, you're going to want to be careful to not make any mistakes, or try and make as few as possible, because I think there's one thing that I want to look at. Let's take a look at my screen in Josh's table. So he's using find active job openings. Okay, he did just change this. What he's looking for any active job openings from this company that has the keyword engineering. Now, one thing that could happen here, this could end up including other engineers who are not software engineers. Now, the likelihood of that happening, it could be slim, but it's still possible, which is why you may want to actually narrow this down even further to software engineers or developers. And you can do that just because you can type in the titles you're looking for in plain English here. That's one thing that just caught my attention from Josh's table, but back to our competitors' tables.
I mean, yeah, like if he had found like a civil engineer, that wouldn't necessarily be useful here. There was also, like, in our initial prompt for this, security was one of the keywords that we had there. But, you don't want to, maybe you want to sell something to security personnel, but maybe you don't want to sell them security software. And that's something that we need to ensure that we get right.
Josh
it
has
seems like
submitted.
Sabrina. I was just about to say Sabrina's this close to submitting. It is crazy how close
she's
they are.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like so close. She just submitted now.
Oh yeah. This is
within like 20 seconds. This is so tight. Folks at home, I don't know about you, whether you're in an office, whether you're streaming this at your desk, whether you're streaming this with your family. This is more exciting than the World Cup. How neck and neck this is wild. I'm struggling to sit down. I might actually stand up again and bring my table up, despite how much my knees and back are hurting right now. I played football earlier before work today. And that's something that is I'm regretting for sure. 7 a.m. football, man, it really gets to you.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine, but it can't get to you as much as our competitors are probably feeling the pressure right now as we are coming down to the last 12 minutes of this round. Again, 25 minutes total. Last round we did 20 minutes, and now we're doing 25, so it feels like a little bit longer. But in reality, this is still not a lot of time at all to be really thoughtful and diligent in these tasks. This is crazy.
From end to end, folks. Again, from your CRM to your sequencer, this is crazy to do in 25 minutes. Only one person has done it today, but everyone has managed to bang out a lot of work within a short amount of time. And again, a lot of people, all you have to do if you want to get a lot of work done in a short time is put on a timer, get off your social media, and put Owen and my voice in your ear, and you will be terrified.
Yes, that would definitely help people focus, right? We'll just be yelling in their ear. I mean, come on. 100%. You got to be hyped. You got to love what you do. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So we have the third task, and I've said this so many times. This is my favorite task because this really shows the creativity of the go-to-market engineers. What we have is using the signals that they have already. They have to find one custom signal. And again, remember, Ridgeline is a security software company. And it's like, what is a custom signal that they identify that would help them kind of get that GTM alpha, be that data point that allows them to penetrate as many accounts as they can. And this is where creativity comes in. And this is where Jeremy and Layla, this is where they have their workout cut out for them as judges.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot to judge in this round. And as we were chatting, Sabrina just came into first place with the final score coming in.
Oh, my goodness. 5 points ahead. This is wild.
Yeah. This is really close.
100 points behind from the speed as well.
Right. But one of those custom signals that I got a sneak peek. Let's see. Let's get Sabrina's camera. Yeah, we can see her screen. She is going to be one thing I saw on her table. Geez. She's looking for news articles that mention that this company has previously had a security breach in the last 12 months.
Yeah, I love that.
Great
I mean,
signal.
I don't love security breaches, but
no, of course not. But that's such a great signal, and it would take a long time. Again, how many companies? She's looking at 206 companies. Imagine trying to manually go in and search on your browser. Has this company had a security breach? That would take a long time, and she's able to do this in just a few minutes. So I'm excited to see if that's going to be her final signal.
That's a really good way to do it. I love that signal of have you had security breaches? If so, let us sell you a software that stops that from happening. It reminds me of one of my friends back in London when I was growing up. He used to sell windows, and he went around and broke as many windows as he can. He's like, hey, I see you have broken windows. Do you need me to fix those windows for you? Of course, I'm joking. He didn't break the windows. His brother did. Anyway, how are they doing?
Dynamic duo there. I love it. Well, Sabrina is still running that signal, and she feels confident about it. I can see she just ran it on every single row in her table. But let's take a look and see. Let's get Josh on the screen and just see how he is doing and what his signal and scoring model is going to look like. Let's see. So we can see that he has office email locations as a column. He's looking at the full location right now. He's creating a formula. On the right there, you can see it's plain text, and then those rectangles that have text in it, those are actually those are columns from the clay table that he's bringing into this formula, and he is coming up with the scoring model that will be used to prioritize accounts.
So Sabrina's actually doing the same thing. We've seen throughout today that we have both our contestants have gone for AI scoring. What's really interesting is both of our contestants here have gone for formula scoring. One of the advantages for formula scoring is one, it's free, and two, it's almost instantaneous. Again, Clay has gotten better and better over the years, over the last months, even past few weeks. And I love a formula. I think formulas are the most underrated thing in Clay.
I am with you. Formulas, seriously, are the most underrated feature. Formulas and merge columns. Merge columns are just a stack of formulas. It's crazy. It's free, and you can just type in plain English what you want, and we have a meta. It gets nuts. Seriously, it's nuts.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. The most underrated part of the Clay UI is clicking that upgrade button. And
No one heard that. Just kidding. Moving on. So the formula, the formula is what we care about. No, it is true though. And it does populate instantly, which is great. Whereas AI columns do take time to run. And that's something to consider when you're building workflows that run autonomously or run in the background. You know, if all of a sudden an AI model, like if Anthropic went down and your workflow relies on it, and you could have used a formula, you may want to consider using a formula in that case. You save credits, and it's going to stay up and it's going to be consistent. So those are some of the things I love about formulas. But back to
oh my god, someone just submitted.
Sabrina's at 440 right now.
So this is the first thing that she submitted.
Wow.
First.
Wow. Okay.
And that extra 50 points might help her here. Again, it's still pretty tight. They're within 90 points of each other, 85 points.
Yeah.
75 points, quick maths. And she's moving on to the next task. Again, the next task is finding those contacts. We found the companies. We've narrowed it down to the final 10 by scoring. And now we need to find 3 contacts from each company to put into a new table.
Yes, let's look at Josh's table as well. He's up to some interesting things right now. Oh, well, he's now on his brief, but he just used a formula. There we go. There it is. He's using a filter to make sure he's only looking at ICP fit accounts. And it looks like that middle column there that says ICP score and signal, I think that is going to be his route for scoring, which is different than Sabrina. Sabrina's used a formula, whereas Josh is using an AI column. And we heard that from our judges last time, balancing speed, getting the thing done versus getting it done the really, really right way and being very comprehensive about how you think about it. That's the balance that our competitors are trying to strike.
It's actually one of the things that our judges will look at is like the scoring criteria.
Exactly.
I think the scoring criteria is extremely difficult to do in such a short time.
Right.
And we'll see if Sabrina going with a formula punishes her for this, because AI is able to go into a bit more depth.
This is true.
But again,
this
that's
is very
true
true.
Trade-off, right?
Absolutely. But Sabrina just pulled ahead even further to 540 total points. We had a judge mark her stage 3 as 100 points, meaning we're feeling some confidence about how she scored and went about that formula column. So excited to see what our second judge has to say about that. But in the meantime, both of our competitors, again, 5 minutes left, and both of our competitors are on the same task, and they are neck and neck. This has gone from Josh was in the lead.
Wild.
Now Sabrina's in the lead. Excited to see who gets these 50 bonus points as well. But what's on your mind? How are you doing? We're over halfway through on our last
we have
bracket
like
of the
5
day.
minutes left.
Right.
Again, we have this is the quarterfinals. We have 3 people already through to the semis, and this will be the final person through to the semis, representing the US of A. Ooh, something happened.
Something is happening. Josh,
Tell
go
me,
to Josh. Go to Josh. Go to Josh's screen. Let's get Josh. Let's focus on his table. I am seeing him insert data. He's finding contacts at a company, but you can search for people using job title keywords. Right now, Josh, you can see his mouse is selecting something in that AI column. One of those outputs in his AI column were actually parsed out job title keywords. So the AI recommended keywords for him to use, and he's now inserting those into the find people search. So it's a little 1-2 parlay, score, get the people, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to see. Yeah, you can see that he has like a 0 and a 1. Those are the values from that AI column that he's inserting now into the find people search. But that's what caught my attention. What is your attention on right now?
No, when you said, "Oh, look at Josh," I was like, "I gotta look at Josh."
Yeah.
Usually when Owen is looking at one of them, I'm looking at the other. So then you can like just be all like, "Oh, but there's this thing here."
Yeah.
But again, semifinals. What date is that, Owen?
Semifinals happening on September 29th, and Manowar is gonna be joining us in New York City. We're gonna be having a blast. It's gonna be good. 4 people with the chance to win $50,000. And Sculpt is on October 8th as well. That is where this will all happen on stage in front of like 500 or closer to 1,000 people in a live audience. Do you think our judges have a lot of pressure right now? Wait until they're in front of 1,000 people on stage and they have to give an answer.
it's going to be wild. I can't wait to see like who our judges will be for the final. We're keeping that top secret for now. Right now, Jeremy and Layla have a lot ahead of them for this final bracket for today. Again, Owen's right. I'm going to be in New York. I love going to New York to do this stuff. The final week of September, where we will be doing the semifinals live from the studio. So where Owen is with that fantastic lighting and that high definition camera, I'll be sat right next to him. And then after that, I'll be in San Francisco with Owen, with a bunch of people from Clay at Sculpt, our mainline conference, and it's going to be amazing.
Yes.
We are coming down to the last 2.5 minutes. They are still working on contacts. I think this is something that's going to be submitted very soon for both of them. And then I think they may be able to at least attempt the outbound.
I hope so. I would. It was so fun to be able to read some of these emails last round. Let's see if they can do that this round. But Sabrina's really pulled ahead. 640 to 460, even with that Josh getting 2 of the bonus points, so getting an extra 100 points. Like, that's pretty impressive. I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling about Sabrina. We'll have to see what happens.
I think Josh is about to submit.
Is he about to submit?
Narrowed it down. Well, he's got the score down, so he's scoring his top 10 or top 3. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Then after that, I imagine that he will submit shortly after that.
Look at all those filters. Here we go. Yeah, wait. So Josh is finding the people in the same table. So he's actually, that's what's going on. And he just narrowed it down to his final 3, or he's trying to. He has 6 on the table right now, but he's trying to get it down to final 3, which is, so I think he's coming up on submitting.
He's coming submitting soon, but again, like it's really hard, I think, like to do this within the same table. I would definitely like throw these into a new table, but Josh has been doing this for a lot longer than I have, and it's going to work out for him if he's going to beat Sabrina to the punch for that one as well.
Yes, this is true. Amazing. Yeah, we're down to our last 60 seconds. Sabrina has created that people table. She's currently in her accounts table, looking over some of her scoring model. I have a feeling she might. That's one of the things that's nice about Clay. Really quick, you can look up data to and from tables. You can have multi-dimensional workspaces and tables and send data from one place into another. And so she might be taking that score from her account and using that in the outbound that she will be drafting shortly. We had her submit. Josh actually just submitted his contacts table as well and got those 50 bonus points. So right now, 640 points by Sabrina to 510 points from Josh. Sabrina is trying.
And if Sabrina does not submit in the next 10 seconds, even though she's over 100 points ahead, if Josh has written has pretty good contacts, that could be it. It's so hard to know what will happen. Sabrina has to submit in the next 3 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Game over.
My gosh.
That's time. Oh no. This is actually the tightest it's ever gonna. This is the tightest round. What a way to end the bracket.
Wow. So we're really waiting on the judges to come back. So there's you can get up to 200 points. The judges could give Josh 200 points here and take him up to 710. That's the max that he could get right now. That would put him into first. But
so let's jump over to our contestants here. Sabrina, you're ahead on points for now, but Josh's score is being judged right now, and if he gets about 150 points, he will pull ahead. How are you feeling? How was that? Did you enjoy at least the competition and the nerves that you must be feeling right now?
Very, very exhilarating. I had an error with my table not sending table data at the end. It was kind of worrying me, but I really hope that my work so far pulls me through. I was using some of the company searches for the personalization down the line. Thank you for the cat, by the way. It makes me feel better.
He's a therapy cat, you know what I mean?
I love it.
I also realized I revealed that I'm not wearing socks. Obviously, like not wearing shoes or socks. Obviously, I'm in my own home. What kind of savage wears shoes in their own home? But it kind of like removes the illusion of the suit.
Nice.
We're wishing you luck as Jeremy and Layla are filling this out. Do you have any words you want to say to the watch party? Anything you want to say to the folks at home?
Everybody, thank you for your support, and may the best builder win.
Woo! Look at that. Oh my gosh.
What a builder.
We love to see the community coming together. Amazing.
Did you say Diet Coke? None of these people are paying us. What are we doing?
You get affiliate links ASAP.
Josh,
Amazing.
over to you. How are you feeling? You must be like pretty excited, pretty scared. What's going through your mind right now?
Yeah, I don't know what to feel. Like, both excited, scared. Like, it was fast and furious, but like Sabrina said, the best builder wins, and that's what this is all about. So,
yeah,
I love
of
that.
course.
I
Yeah,
love
wonderful. There's probably going to be a couple minutes at least until Jeremy and Layla both submit.
Oh my
Okay, we just
gosh!
got the final score has come through. Josh, your final tally is 595. Sabrina, you have won and pulled ahead at 640. That is within 50 points of each other.
Gosh!
Congratulations to our winner. And Josh, we loved having you here. Good luck next year. I mean, this is really something
Thank you.
else. You see the watch party is losing their minds. We're going to go over to Sabrina now. Sabrina, how are you feeling?
Crazy. I'm ready to get lit, y'all.
Let's go! Come on!
We love it.
Congratulations. I just feel like at some point someone's going to run in. Oh my goodness, here we go.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Bring him in.
Bring him in. Let's go. Where are they? Where did they go? Are they on the watch party?
They got lit, man. That's it.
Yeah, there they are. Let's go. There's the whole watch party. Wow.
Oh my goodness. That's so cool.
Oh
Wonderful.
my gosh.
Wonderful. I don't think they know. We can't hear them from we can hear them from there.
Yeah. We can hear their spirits, it's
this is so cool.
That's great.
We'll go over to Jeremy for a second, and Layla, and then we'll come back and hear final thoughts from Sabrina before she ends her evening or ends her morning, I guess.
Right.
Layla, we'll start with you. First of all, how are you feeling? That was a tight one. That's the first one that came down to the wire.
Very good. I like it. And then, can you hear me well? I hear you.
Yeah.
Myself back. Okay, good.
Oh, the live stream is probably open on one of your tabs somewhere, but yes, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So Sabrina did an amazing job. Sabrina, you were on fire, girl. You were I like it. I like how you structured everything. And then she did some columns that wasn't even necessary on that stage, but it was making it ready for her to move forward. So I liked her approach all in all. And Josh was super fast. I like it. And this wasn't an easy job. So I think they were both amazing. And it was so intense the whole day with the all 4 brackets. And and very fun to watch really talented people. I love it. Thank you so much for including me.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness, thank you. It's been an honor to have you here. Jeremy, I'm going to throw it over to you very quickly. So Josh submitted first. He was tracking pretty closely with Sabrina. They were both neck and neck for a while. What was it that made him kind of lose back when it comes down to, I guess, the scoring section is where the biggest difference is here. So let's focus on that one.
Yeah. I think Josh's strategy was more about speed, and actually when comparing and diving into their tables, both of them, I could feel that it could have been rushed. So the accuracy was a bit off sometimes, and also really shout out to Sabrina, who took the time to go very deep and make sure that the quality was there. She was using functions to confirm things. And she was also one thing that I found very valuable, and that I gave her a lot of points for that. She was opinionated when we were scoring in the scoring phase. She was like, okay, I consider that in this context, this specific point is relevant, and I will look for that. So she went for that all in. Whereas Josh was more like, okay, AI, find me something that is a good signal. So I found it more interesting and more relevant. So that was something for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand why like a lot of our like this worked out for Leszek a lot, like in the last round, like you said, right? Like he was able to finish pretty quickly because he was like, AI, you know what? Like here's point A to point B, get me there as quick as you can. Whereas Sabrina was like, I had a game plan. Here's what it is. I have a weighted scoring system, and here's what I feel is most important and least important. That makes sense. Jeremy, how has it been like essentially just joining us today? How was that experience for you?
No, really cool, really great experience. Thank you guys for letting me do that. That was very cool. And yeah, I went through all the emotions. Like I was feeling for them, and it was tough. Like I'm French, I'm judgy by by it. It's in my DNA. But even that was tough. Like there is a lot on the line. So yeah, hopefully we did right with Selena.
Wonderful. Thank you both for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor. I'll see you both at Sculpt, and I'm really looking forward to it. Owen, my friend, comrade, how is that for you, man? I can't hear Owen. Owen is you completely gone. Yep. But I'm really good at lip reading. He said, Munawar, you are the GOAT. That was incredible.
Can you guys hear me now?
While Owen is getting back, I'll just share very quickly how I am feeling. I'm like stoked. That was like amazing. Again, it's mostly stress before we come to this point. And now that that's all gone, woo, me and my cat are gonna just looked up. Oh my goodness, I love him so much. Love the fans out there. Love the Clay community. You can see Atlanta's US watch party. They're like losing their mind. It's always a pleasure to do this for the community. And at some point, someone's going to win $50,000. Owen, I couldn't do this with anyone else on screen. How are you doing?
I feel the same way. Is my mic back? Is my mic back?
Wow, Owen has truly lost his voice from all the streaming that he's done. We are gonna.
Okay. Oh no. So we just heard from our production.
Is he being heard on the stream?
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Owen, you say your things. Apparently, everyone else can hear you.
Of course. Yeah. Today was an insane day. Again, 200 plus people applied, and we now have narrowed it down to 4. It's insane. It's insane. This last round was so close. Massive congratulations again to Sabrina and all of our competitors today. Seriously, our community, everyone loves each other. Everyone's supporting one another. I saw Josh sent Sabrina a Slack message of congratulations. We love to see that love in the community. And again, Jeremy, Leva, massive thank you for being a part of this and helping judge. This wouldn't have happened without so many people, so many kind faces from the Clay team, from our community, and from all over the world. And so it's really beautiful to see this come together. I feel so good. And I couldn't do it without anyone else either, Manoa. It's been quite the day we've had. Amazing.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Owen. I actually still can't hear you, but what I imagine you said was pure magic. I mean, honestly, like whether you can be seen or not, I want everyone just to give a huge round of applause to Owen. Like honestly, like the energy that this man brings to every stream he's part of is like insane. Again, for everyone that's watching from around the world, we are so honored to be able to do this for you. We look forward to seeing you in the semifinals, end of September. We'll see you there. Owen, always a pleasure.
Yes.
And our contestants as well. Ciao, everyone.
Amazing. Take care, guys. Until next time.